Vigilante Williamson here on the 14th episode of Brave and the Bold. And I'm starting off with not only Matt Mardigan, but a late ad.
I'm number 3.
You're number 3. You're number 3 in the Royal Rumble. You can't be. You're not one of the top 2. That's just how it happens.
Damn it! I was just going to the. I just went to the freaking bathroom. Fuck.
I was just gonna say, like, I may like do a Stone Cold and leave and then come back way later on.
Yeah, you do that a lot, honestly. It's a very cheap way of winning the Royal Rumble. So the whole point is that, like,
in his defense, though, he was fighting Vince McMahon all over the. Yeah. I forgot what year this was, maybe 98, 99.
It was cool when Stone Cold did it, but they've done it with like a bunch of people since. That's neither here nor there. I hope everyone's having a good. He's going to wrestling. I feel like wrestling comes up a lot more on this, especially this stream. than it does. Yeah, Robert.
I was legit just watching the Monday Night Wars documentary. Keith David doing the narration.
Okay, cool. It's funny. WrestleMania kind of got, even though I didn't even watch it because I didn't want to, but it got a lot of wrestling stuff in my feed, and I've been watching a bunch of wrestling stuff. So that's funny. And Robert channeling his inner Drake, talking about KK, do you love me? So we'll see. See, that is actually the main story, though. I mean, this show has a tendency to go off the rails, so I'm sure we'll talk about a bunch of other shit.
But that's pretty much what we do.
For the 517th trillionth time, Kathleen Kennedy is rumored to be fired.
Look, fake news.
I think everyone kind of has that feeling, huh?
This has happened so many times that no longer do we have any form of hope. I mean, the only way this could probably be realistic was if something super major just happened. But, yeah, I mean, no chances.
Yeah. I guess another wrestling reference, no chance in hell. Because, I don't think, I'm of the opinion that until, the earth burns out, she'll be at Disney. Like, until the sun burns out, I don't see them firing her ever. Like, she's going to have to die. And that's just because of the track record. If her destroying such a profitable property is not enough, even the investors who, at first just went along with everything, they're starting to ask questions too. So if that's not enough, then what is? What will be enough? When your investors actually ask you point blank about replacing her, and you're like pissing it off, what's going to be enough?
Look, as the great Austin 316 says, if you want hope, get your ass to church. Just without McKinney, we can't really hope.
That is a misquote. Of Austin 316, that's not what it says.
Well, I think Austin 316.
Look, I'm trying to manipulate the words to my following. Okay, pretty much what the guy says. I'm kicking your ass or something.
I just whooped your ass.
Yeah.
That's why I like Steve Austin. He's a simple man.
Well, so Austin 518 actually says, I think that they're just going to let the contract expire.
That is more likely. And I don't even think that's going to happen, honestly. I don't, because Hollywood hasn't cared about money in years. So, they don't care about money. They don't care about, what majority perception is.
Yeah, they
care about their agenda.
Tend to forget that money is what keeps them in their houses and away from the streets.
They got taxpayer
away
money,
from the normal streets.
Hollywood is operating like the BBC used to before they are going through their little license fee over there, but because of bailouts, I don't think they're as worried about money as they used to be. And so I don't. Why would they fire her? Because logically, she should have already been fired.
Yeah, again, I think we're just gonna wait until the contract expires. That way they can because she's already been planning this whole production company of her own. So I think it would be the most public way of looking not admitting how horrible how horrible she was at this whole thing is we wish her the best, when a quarterback goes to a new team and they just let the contract, wish them the best, you know what I mean, their new endeavors. Same thing. I think they're just going to let her go and do her thing, and then they're going to be like, okay, who wants to give it a shot?
Look, Kathleen's not going to leave Star Wars because the whole world knows. If she leaves Star Wars and tries to do something her thing, it's going to fail. So she's most likely never going to get work again. She's going to fight for this
No,
position because she knows she won't get anything else.
This is the most I think that will happen. The most, and this is just me being an eternal pessimist, unfortunately. I think the best case scenario is she stays at Disney and does something else. I think she's going to get renewed. Me and Matt before the show were kind of like, okay, our contract should end this year. And based on, I don't know everything. Oh, Cinch and Dildo's being rated. Fans are at my front door. I'll be right back. Don't get rated, Cinch and Dildo. But he talking about 9mm. Cinch and Dildo. Stop living the life that rappers tell you to live.
Look, there are rumors from another dimension that does not exist that she is working to make a 5th Indiana Jones movie that does not exist because we all know Indiana Jones ended with the 3rd movie and there was never anything beyond that.
Oh, dude. This is crazy. No, actually, they did come out with a 4th one. It had Shia LaBeouf in it, and it was about aliens.
Like, that
did never happen.
That's like that
Sinbad
Sinbad movie. That's like Kazan, the Sinbad movie that you think happened, but it really didn't.
Because let's be honest,
this isn't Mandela
stupid enough to put aliens at the end of a movie that travels around ancient history and archaeological facts.
Why not?
I mean, if we were talking Atlantis, maybe, but extraterrestrials, come on.
Hold on, I'm sorry. You find it more plausible. Wait, you would have rather them be like, oh, Atlanteans, and they find an underwater city that no one has found.
Rather neither.
Rather than aliens.
I mean, there was a game, dude.
Cool
there was a game.
Nazis.
There was a game of Indiana Jones going to Atlantis.
Okay.
They could have adapted that.
No, they shouldn't have.
No.
I mean, it was bad. It was still bad, but still, they should have adapted that rather than just end.
They should have ended after the Last Crusade. Everything.
Plus, we already know that in this world, the magic of God and shit like that does exist. So why put aliens in it? Because I don't really like the mix of aliens and magic. Because it's pretty hard to make it work. I mean, all superhero universes do that, and they barely make it right.
See, I a couple weeks ago, I was talking about this because I was talking about how fucking Indiana Jones is dead. And it's like, even I joked earlier about that movie not existing, so did Ephemeral. But that movie was really terrible to me. It was really, really terrible. It doesn't matter that they're remaking or making Indiana Jones 5 or woke Indiana Jones doesn't like. It's like, so what? You're destroying something that's already dead. Like, who cares? So that was my whole reaction. And that's another thing. I heard really that she's supposed to finish that movie.
These people have to let franchise just die. Okay, look, there once was this cartoon called Harvey Birdman. I used to enjoy it. It had snarky comedy, intelligent comedy. They brought it back to life, and, well, now that Ironcaster is here, let me explain. Hey, Ironcaster, remember Birdman?
Harvey Birdman? I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Birdman, exactly. He dead. He flying anywhere.
Exactly, but now they brought the universe. They brought the universe and the characters back in this reboot called Bird Girl. It's insanely stupid. The jokes are fucking awful. 2 episodes in, and I haven't laughed in a single one. They don't use smart comedy. They just scream and swear over and over again. It's just sad how that turned. And the main character, Bird Girl, she used to be hilarious in the original show. Now she's just a typical Karen bitch. Sad.
Okay, so here's just images of what Finn was talking about. Burger, just as I suspected, we got right off Kathleen Kennedy. But yeah, to just look, because that's what we always do. And hail Ironcaster, because I forgot to say hail to the great Ironcaster. But when you look, I didn't want to do that. I meant to just look at the image.
I mean, it's just super woke. You can even see the woke vibes from a million miles away.
The eyes of this guy being straight.
Gay guy, fat chick, alien chick with the head shaved off, black girl who's probably a super genius and shit.
There you go.
It's a race swap Leo Gayasi on the left there.
Yeah, we were talking about 2 different Birdmen.
Yeah, I know you. I know which Birdman you were talking about.
I know. I also know.
Put some respect in your name, Birdman. Rip Lil Wayne off, Birdman.
Well, that's his son. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but still talking to the point. Still talking to the point. Me and Ironcast are both seeing it, and look, Ironcast, have you seen the reboot too?
Oh, Bird Girl? No, I haven't seen this yet. I didn't even know this thing was
Smart man. Smart man. Smarter than me, definitely.
Real quick, guys, say hi to the chat because I see a lot of people from the chat coming in. I haven't said hi to everyone. There's Draco, Hail Draco, coming to another live stream. Not quite as catchy as episode. Cinch Dildo, saying sup, nerds. Hi, Robert. Wookie in Exile. Yes, Attorney at Law is what was based off of.
Yes.
Hell Islington Girl. Ascension Dildo says, get the microphone already or you get a visit from my people. So there you go with that. Speaking of which, how do we get you a better microphone? I've been wondering that. Like, I will invest in you a microphone.
Yeah, you can do like a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
That way we don't have to listen to him doing dishes.
We don't have to listen.
Dude, I don't have Amazon where I live. And mailing is an insanely difficult thing around here, so it would take years. I probably have to move to Europe first, then buy it there, and then come back.
Where do you live? The Antarctic?
Angola.
Africa.
So close.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's basically
West Coast of Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how's that going?
Not great.
Oh man. Yeah.
But yeah, just look at this. Shows used to be great. The designs used to be great, based on old Hanna-Barbera characters. Now they're just all sad and stale.
I mean,
there's no longer.
This almost does ties into the Kathleen Kennedy thing. Here's what I want to say.
Yeah.
We already there comes a point where you if you grow old enough, start to just accept certain things. We have to accept that we're not going to get good entertainment out of anything. We have to accept any reboot is going to be woke or trash, even if it's not woke. We just have to accept this and stop looking for this to be good. How you could have watched 2 episodes of this show is beyond me. The first trailer, I knew what it was and just halfway forgot about it.
Me too. Me too.
You saw 2 episodes though. You're supporting it. You're feeding these demons.
I did not pay. I did not pay for anything. I sailed the seas for these episodes.
Still.
By the way, that's very appropriate for where you are.
Yeah. Put that together. Cinch and Dildo, unfortunately, not only is Wakanda fictional, they're an ethno state that like is like no one outside of Wakandans get anything. So they don't really care about the rest of Africa. But they're also fictional.
Yeah.
There's that problem.
Yeah, turn their noses up at Fenrir.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not a Wakanda. He has to do the lip thing. And I don't think he can do it, unfortunately.
I got dual citizenship, so I just got to wait until all these restrictions get up and I can leave the country without a problem.
Oh, there you go.
I'm not actually born from here. I just live here.
Oh, yeah, I could tell with the lack of accent.
Yeah, where are you from, Primer? I didn't know. Is that a CIA trade secret?
Well, my old man's from the Portuguese zone, from Portugal. With family from the Italies, but my mother's from here actually.
Ah,
so where does your accent come from?
Well, I just assumed he was the undercover Wakandan.
I watch a lot of cartoons growing up, mainly American shit.
You
just really learn. I learned growing up that people get more accustomed to you if you speak their exact accent vibe.
Yeah, your accent is like unplaceable.
Yeah.
Real quick,
history.
Yeah, it's just like you never. Yeah, I would have guessed maybe someplace in Europe. Maybe it's the Portuguese thing, like I don't know. But Islington Girl brings up this, and she also said something about the alien thing.
Puerto Rican.
That's why the lawsuit ain't gonna treat me. All these owners, 80s franchises able to sue to get their rights back. Did anybody hear about the alien lawsuit?
No, the Predator.
Yeah, I heard about it. Right. Gives me hope if they manage to get the franchise back from the hands of the evil mouse, I would be happy.
They're not going.
It's time to fight against him.
No,
it's time to fight and kill Mickey.
It's pretty simple. They just will keep delaying until they run out of money. Like
Mickey Mouse has to die.
Or
See, the only
the
way. Go ahead.
Or the alternative is like Disney will work with the politicians again to change copyright laws because
For
that
fuck's
happened
sake!
last time.
And I mean, Mickey is just 1 year away from being public property. Actually,
Yeah, we'll
so
see if
that
that
might
happens.
happen.
I highly doubt that's going to happen. That he'll be a public.
So they
domain
really might
creature.
change everything.
And even if he were, that wouldn't, because the public domain would only extend to the original depiction. So like Fantasia, when they did Mickey, that resets. You couldn't just use that Fantasia version of Mickey because that's still under the copyright because that hasn't been the same amount of time. Does that make sense? Like you can use if it worked, it would be Steamboat Wiki. But
copyright
Steamboat
is a
Wiki,
very risky thing. I mean,
but
any of you heard a rumor about a Bugs Bunny video that was made
hold on,
on
we gotta
YouTube
stay on one
about
subject.
Bugs being
One subject. We have to stick one subject for more than 5 seconds. So I want
this actually counts on this copyright thing. There's this video about Bugs Bunny made where they depict him as a rapist. Warner Brothers copyrighted it and took it, and now officially everybody is seeing Bugs Bunny as a rapist.
I've never heard of this one.
Like I know about the series of Band 11 cartoons that has some weird shit, but I don't know anything about that.
It's a very creepy story.
Yeah, I've never heard of that either. I think
just go look
I'm not
for
gonna
me,
say
Canyon.
Oh, was it one of those things where it was a fan cartoon that Warner Brothers basically came in and said they own that and
Yes.
Okay, so it's just like the oh god, I saw something someone was making a Bowser dildo.
What?
I can't show it on screen, but yeah, apparently someone was doing on Patreon creating the Koopa cock, and they came in and said, "Yeah, no, we own that." So Nintendo.
So they had a fight for copyright over a dildo. That's insane. Sentient dildo. Let us know you're sentient. You're dildo. You should know this sort of stuff. Not to stereotype your people, but I'm just asking. So this, I'm trying to read through this freaking Predator thing. I'll actually just read through the article.
Look, Disney's gonna die soon, in 1 or 2 years.
No, they're not. They're not gonna die.
50 or 100 years depends. If
Disney will never die. Disney, the sun will burn out before Disney will die because they don't have to. They don't have to win. Jesus.
But you have to think people are gonna stop watching their stuff. I mean, they're no longer accepting script writers that are good. They just want woke shit. No one likes that.
It doesn't they don't have to care about money because they already cook their books openly. That's a no. This is something they were caught. The gal just got fired and exiled, and that was it. That was it. So they don't have to. They don't obey the rule. They are the government. They are the law. You know what I mean? They don't have to obey the rules. Which good luck on this Predator lawsuit. The only way I could see it having a snowball's chances if somebody big was backing it, Apple or somebody was backing the guys, or people suing for it. But I'll read through this story just to see what the hell's going on.
I'm hoping Elon will step in.
Yeah, I doubt it. And also, I don't like just looking like, oh, Elon saves us. It's like, nah, he's not. He's a guy who wants to make money. The Predator franchise is now in a lawsuit involving Disney. The Predator franchise had its last release in 2018. The Predator, which had a strong opening weekend. While another Predator movie is on the works, a recent development has complicated those plans. Issue between the original Predator scribes and Disney's 20th Century Studios has come public thanks to lawsuits being filed. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Jim and John Thomas, who wrote the 1987's Predator, has filed a lawsuit against 20th Century Studios over the copyright to the sci-fi action classic. Sorry about that. The Thomas brothers allegedly filed the suit to exploit a copyright termination provision. The biggest push was the rights to their original Predator script titled Hunters, which reportedly expiring on April 17th. That loophole would allow the brothers to cancel any transfers 35 years after creating the original script. Their attorney, Mark Kuberoff, stated in the filing. Just read this quote. 2016, the Thomas brothers properly availed themselves of their right to, under Section 203 of the Copyright Act, to recover their literary material by serving the recording with the U.S. Copyright Office within the prescribed statutory window. Notice of termination within an effective date of April 17th, 2021. So I'm trying to translate that legalese. I guess it means that after I guess it's 35 years after they create the script, so they have a right to copyright or get their copyrights back. At least that's what their lawyer is saying. They allege they have filed termination. That's just repeating what I said. I don't know what's going to happen because I am not a lawyer. I don't know Ricada law. I think it'll probably be settled for. That's what usually happens with things like that. But I would love for Disney to lose this lawsuit. I would love for the courts to say, hey, Disney, no, you can't.
Everyone would love it.
The copyright would revert back to the original writers. I would love the precedent of that because I think the copyright law it only benefits big corporations. It doesn't benefit creators. It doesn't benefit creators. It doesn't benefit writers. It doesn't benefit anyone. It always benefits the corporation. And I would love for that to change. But I rambled enough. What Ironcast, we haven't heard from you much. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I mean, I'm curious if this doesn't have something to do with the fact that we keep seeing like certain decades content just getting brought back every about 30, 35 years. Kind of fits right within that window to try to be able for the studios to be able to maintain a claim on these properties. Because I mean, we see that mining of these decades for every bit of media and pop culture that was significant for them to get brought back. And I wonder if this isn't a way for the studios to be able to try to keep that ironclad control on these things that make them money.
Yeah, I agree. I think this has a lot to do with keeping the rights. Like, I think that's why we've seen a lot of it being reused.
Yeah, apparently Islington Ghost is just precedent, and Friday the 13th had this happen too. And Newbound Turks brings up another good point. Happens to be a loophole in this case. Not all contracts will have that as a clause. He's right, but this one does. And if Friday the 13th or anyone else does, it'd be nice for more people, more writers with this type of clause to try to actually act on it. Sorry about that. As far as the rights things, I think you're also right. Yeah. Because I do think the reason we see so many rehashes that could play into it.
Mm-hmm.
But
like what they did with the Fantastic Four back in the 90s.
Yeah. That was the reason that movie got made. That little Roger Corman, right? Was the rights thing, right?
Yeah, man. They even put out a trailer for it. Like they even advertised that it was coming out. Because I remember I was a little kid, man, going to my local movie store every like week during the summer going, excuse me, has Fantastic Four came out? No, get out of here, kid. Movie's never coming out. Yep,
Yeah.
That's how I remember it happening. But
yeah. But that's crazy that they released a movie that really was it any release for that movie?
Nope.
Huh. Yeah. The wording of future rights contract will get even more strict. But Fenver did bring up a good point. Unfortunately, it's not true for Disney specifically, because they're too big to fail. But I don't know if every media company is in the same boat. Eventually, I think not just we, but independent artists and independent creators are going to have to kind of take over the mantle, not only because, as Newbound Turk said, the future rights contracts, these rights contracts would already rip off the creators, are going to be even worse going forward. But on top of that, they're not good. They don't make good material. And to kind of spin back into the Kathleen Kennedy thing, the reason I'm even less I'm talking about it, so I'm not totally uninterested. And I kind of would like to see her head roll just for everything she did. But this is the climate of Hollywood. So her leaving, her being, fired means nothing. Even if you got rid of the story group, even if you got rid of everybody she hired, Hollywood is what it is. It is this shit show. So I would love, and I really do hope those creators and those writers, the Thomas brothers, win that lawsuit back so they can get those rights back. And I hope any other property like that may have a similar rights issue. I'm not sure. Maybe that was the standard for how contracts were negotiated in the 80s. But I hope that we get more of that. I hope we get more people trying to sue for their rights back. Real quick, what's good to 24/7 Fusion Media? You do have a link. I know I sent it a little late, but you can hop on if you like. And I didn't see Twitter, and I don't check Twitter. I barely
It's on
check
the
my Twitter.
Discord.
But yeah,
Just
so,
go to
yeah, you're
Discord
in the Discord too.
24/7.
You're in Discord too. That's right. So you have access to the link. If you want to hop on, if you're busy, don't worry about it. So guess that's it. I guess the show's over, guys. I don't know what to say.
Shit, I honestly don't think we have anything else to talk about, so let's just jump it.
Yeah. I was not expecting a dead thing. Is it that everyone has heard this rumor so much that there is a boy who cried wolf element to where it's like until that wolf is in the town, you're not going to believe it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess like we already talked about, I just kind of discounted immediately because I just assumed that we were all on the same board about, the contract expiring. If she is going to leave, that's how they're going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, totally. That's what I'm thinking. That basically until we start seeing some bigger news about it, until we start seeing this sort of things from, I hate to say it, from the big like mainstream freaking media sites that are all as we all know bought and paid for, then I find it hard to really believe anything. I mean, I give credence to Doomcock when he posts something, but even then, that's like the damage has already been done. Her leaving and her cronies that are there, them losing their leader to fall behind, it's not going to do much. The damage has been done. We saw freaking Luke Skywalker with that manatee.
He dropped on titty milk.
Milk. All the green milk.
Yeah,
never
but
unsee that titty milk.
I mean, they wanted to make Rey look cool. They could have done that, but not destroy Luke at the same time.
That was the point.
The thing is, though, like, if you looked at what happened when Luke had that cameo in that season, it was not good. But that cameo at the end saved the entire fucking show for me. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm on board. That's fucking Luke. You know what I mean? So I think
I was looking for another season of Luke.
There has been damage done, but they can bring it back. Because that was shown like when they brought Luke back, like the excitement from the actual fans, like
I mean, just seeing the X-wing made me jump out from my couch, thinking, "Holy shit, is that Luke?"
Even then, I still thought it was going to be a chick.
I did too. I thought it was Ahsoka.
I'll take a bit of that back. Like a lot of damage has been done, but there was still a way for things to come back. I
saw through that though. I knew what that was.
Like if the ship was still sailing, then I mean it would have done well. They were getting people back. People were expecting that the Rangers of the New Republic to wind up being the Gina Carano show.
I did, yeah. And honestly, even on the Mandalorian, I felt like they were teasing that like the whole season that she was going to spin off into her own show. They were
right up until they got rid of her.
But I mean, with the way that show was presented, like nothing was ever set in stone. So that show still isn't totally ruined. They could still try and go forward with a new character for that.
But is it? I mean, because I don't know if that show's even coming back. They're doing the Book of Boba Fett.
I'm talking specifically about the Rangers show.
Oh, the Rangers.
Yeah, the Rangers show. They never said would be Gina Carano. It was just assumed.
So, but then they're starting off with completely brand new characters. Because they would be starting off with characters we have no connection to. Gina Carano, to me, that was the whole point, for her to connect the Mandalorian show to a new show so we can spin things off. Because one thing that, if there is any telling evidence to this whole thing, at least maybe Favreau getting more powers, apparently, and this is a rumor that Clownfish TV is running with, that Galaxy's Edge, the park, is apparently going to start changing things out to be more like the Mandalorian. So they are pushing behind this universe, but like not only did they obviously fire Gina Carano, but like the big story last year was Pedro Pascal. What was going on with him? So there was some beef. I don't know if it was overblown. We don't know. No one was on the set, but there was something going on there. So like, and they're delaying it 2 years basically, because not getting Mandalorian until next year, the next season. So like is the show even going to come back? And if so, like how well received will it be? Bueller? Anyone has it? Mad, what do you think about that?
I was
Just
gonna
gonna
wait
go
for
to
them.
nothing.
I was gonna give them opportunity. Like, I think that it will be. It's going to be received better than what people are thinking. Because as much as we want to say, you know, after what happened with Gina, that everybody canceled and they really felt it. I don't think as many people canceled as what we would like to think. You know what I mean? So I think it's gonna. I don't know. Look, I've had this theory for a while, right? That it's almost a symbiotic relationship between a lot of YouTubers, people we know, and Disney and LucasArts. Like we feed not me, like I do Street Smarts, but if I were to do a show like this or any of the other ones, you know what I mean? Like it's fed up from the garbage and the ridiculousness that they come out with, right? And so it's needed so that we can, you know, have content. And the majority of their of talk that is happening around LucasArts and all of that in Disney is from the negativity, is from people making fun of it.
Yeah.
So I say we cheer on the geodes. We should cheer them on. Yeah, bring out more crazy shit. We need more content.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, the only thing that could save Disney for me was if they declared Amara Jade's show with an accurate, actual ginger and not some black chick from the ghetto. And she was trying to hunt Luke Skywalker. Dude, don't bring that shit to me.
Oh, whoa.
We both want that. We both want that. We all
not
want
exactly
that.
what I meant in any way.
I'm messing with him and I shouldn't.
I know.
A Mary J show, like one thing, they are going to need more Star Wars shows, and they're going to need them to be like fan service shows. Like if they are going to have to dip into the EU, because I don't think the story group's going to call anything. So
you mean more than they're already doing?
Story group. I mean, the story group, they'll give them their like comics, they'll give them their geodes and shit, but they're not going to give that story group hundreds of millions of dollars anymore. No. There's too many investors talking shit now. They can't justify that anymore. So I think they will probably go safer. They will probably do safer, more basic, more non-offensive to anyone's stuff. I think I could see a Grogu spinoff before anything, like stuff like that. Stuff that's going to be like, okay, everyone likes this, everyone likes that, like simple, non-offensive stuff. That's what I think we're going to get from Lucasfilm as far as shows and TV. They'll still do their woke stuff where no one's looking, but like I think it's going to be.
And one thing, Hollywood has to stop trying to do black characters. I mean, they just can't make this. All of us end up being Batwoman, a constant criminal who lives on a van down by the river, and nothing else. I mean, look at the new Captain America.
He has a plant, so don't forget.
Look at the new Captain America.
Yeah.
They all wind up being purse puppies.
She's also a criminal. Don't forget, wanted by a crime she can't commit, because apparently black people can't be law-abiding citizens who are educated and have good and happy lives.
No. And now the crowd is talking about ghetto gingers. Hashtag ghetto gingers. So there we go.
By the way, speaking of gingers, like on the Winter Soldier Falcon, like what is she?
I have not been watching the show.
I think she's some kind of Irish ginger, way deep into the Irish Isles. No, I don't think. No,
you don't think she's black? I always assumed she was black because with like.
She's not black. She's not black. No.
Is that show any good? Because I haven't watched. Because it looks terrible.
I stopped watching it.
I tell you this, like I know I've seen every episode.
And there are black.
This last one was really bad. You're right. Like maybe an albino. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Anyways,
she's just a ginger
How's your liver?
Are you guys talking about Erin Kellyman? Because she looks like a black ginger.
Is that the one that's on Winter Soldier and Falcon?
I just Googled Winter Soldier Falcon cast. This is what it shows. It shows this. Hold on. Fucking this girl.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I would consider her. She could be black. Let's see. Let's check her Wikipedia. What does Wikipedia say? She's English, but that doesn't really tell us anything. Tamworth. Parents. You don't know. So she could be. She could just be a ginger. Who knows?
She's just a white.
No, she's
ginger.
mixed race. She said she's mixed race. There you go. She is mixed race.
That's what I was thinking. Looking at her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, so what I was saying was, I love the interactions between Sam and Bucky.
Mhm.
Love it. And Zemo was a great addition. However, I don't care about him and his goddamn boat. I don't care about his sister. And there's just there's a lot of
No one
wokeness to it.
cares. Look, I just want a good story about superheroes going around the world and beating up bad guys and saving the
You
day.
have the first
I want
Avengers.
woke BS.
At the first Avengers, you have Winter Soldier. You're not going to get anything new. We should be lucky we
I
had
don't
that.
care about their personal lives because
not
they
gonna-
don't know how to write personal lives. Because
Listen.
these people have no personal lives of their own.
You're gonna have to look backwards. I just got me a new little something.
I didn't know that existed. Let me oops. Terrible host.
Oh,
Batman Judge Dredd.
How the hell did this
Batman
happen?
doing the Dark Knight Returns pose. It looks like he's about to get shot in the fucking rib, but I mean,
yeah,
cool.
Some had Mike Mignola doing the art on the cover.
Cool. You gotta look backwards if you want heroes, man. Because look at Thunder Force. That I don't know. I didn't see the movie.
Did not
that's-
see it.
That's something.
Look,
That's
don't
when they're
see it.
trying to make
I
money.
haven't. I saw 5 minutes of it. Jumped off the boat. I can't see. That's just garbage. Even when the
Thunder
story's not going in the
Force.
right piece, it's fucking shit. Look,
It's
what's her
real
name?
quick.
What's her name? The fatty, the fat
They're
woman. that
both
always
fat.
says-
Thunder
The-
Force.
the
Nothing
white
wrong with fat
fat.
chicks. I'm fat. Oh wow. Why she got to be white? No, Melissa McCarthy.
And that's
Melissa
the joke.
McCarty. Yeah, that's her name. Melissa McCarty. She's always the same character in every single movie she's in. Don't try to counter this. She's always the same exact character.
Because she's
Crazy
not an
white
actress.
fat lady who always exaggerates and has too much energy and tries to compensate exaggeratedly.
She's not an actress. She just plays herself over and over again. And my whole point to bring that movie up is that's what happens when Hollywood genuinely tries to make something successful. That was a genuine attempt to get the most amount of people to like something. That's Hollywood not trying to be woke, not trying to shove agenda. I mean, some because it's the Thunder Knight, but a lot of that is comedy. Oh, look at these fat fucks. So that's Hollywood saying, yes, we want the most amount of people to watch and like something. That is what Hollywood
Yeah, she was
does.
mainly.
They're
She was one of the
incompetent.
50 different things that made me hate the Ghostbuster reboots. 50,000 different things.
Real quick, Newbound Turk is asking about my Discord. I don't really do it. I have a Discord. I have to relaunch it because, I have a Discord and there's a few people on it, but it's like it's not a real Discord, man. Because it's completely inactive. I only have it to really communicate for people. I don't really want to go through the maintenance of a Discord. And yeah, I like fat chicks. I accept the fat. I just want good shit.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of we're turning to each other more. I mean, I look forward to these streams now on the weekends. I was just talking with Fenrir earlier about playing some tabletop games.
D&D stream.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm trying to learn D&D, and my God, it is a very complicated system of game and universe. I have a lot to learn.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a lot of fun.
I've never really been into it. But apparently, it's getting bigger. I know I was just talking about it on Matt's show. For how big it has gotten. And I just remember a few years ago, apparently Stranger Things is what did it in 2016. Because I remember in 2016, 2017, all the little hipster coffee shops and hipster bars had a gaming or tabletop or D&D night. And I just thought it was weird because it just happened all out the blue. I'm like, when the fuck?
For
did this
fuck's
become
sake, I
the
hate
shit?
hipsters.
Hipsters fuck up everything.
I fucking hate hipsters. They grab everything.
Yeah.
I've been accused of being a hipster on a couple of occasions.
In 2021, most people are packing a little chunk on them. Yeah, a lot of people. I gotta lose this fucking COVID weight, and
Hey,
I am so fat.
Florida now allows its citizens to run over protesters.
That is not what they allow at all. Not even close. No.
Florida allow. Cool, let's go to Florida and run over protesters.
If you had permission to do that, would you not go there and do that?
No,
I
don't
would
wanna kill
not.
people. I don't want to kill because
Okay,
you know
cool.
what? It's funny because I talked about how I don't even gonna touch anything with the protest. I don't want to touch anything in Minnesota at all. None of that shit.
For
And
legal
the pro-
reasons, I will say no.
Not just for legal reasons, for moral reasons. I don't want to like hurt people. Like seriously, I don't
No.
want to hurt people. I want people to calm the fuck down, but it's not my job to calm it down. It's just whatever. It is what
Okay,
it
let's
is.
just say you upgrade your car with mattresses and shit, and just drive it up to pull out.
No. It's not going to be a mattress. No, it's going to be a custom cow catcher, which I will not use for those purposes. Internet, Mama Susan.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't get my channel yeeted, please. That'd be nice. Just like that'd be nice. Because they are yeeting channels nowadays. And Snow the Poopus is talking about the extra weight. It's called blubber and he uses for insulation. Well, you're a polar bear. Well, humans should not be as fat as 2020 and 2021 has made us. You gotta lose weight, and I gotta lose weight. I'm like Biggie Smalls now, like literally. You gotta stop. So I'm shorter. Hello, Slasher McSplitter. He's right. How you doing, Slasher? You also have a link if you want to hop on.
Hey, Slasher.
Yeah.
Well,
Vegans-
Scented Dildo, I know it depends, but let's be honest. Vegans are not. Can vegans still be considered people, actually? I mean,
Yeah,
even the
they're
crazy
people.
wokies attack their own. Even
Yeah,
the crazy wokies are against them. So, if no side wants them, can they actually be considered people?
Listen. We're a tolerant place. Vegans exist too. Apparently, they taste like chicken, which is ironic, but that's what Snow the Pooper says. But yeah.
Oh yeah, hey, you guys heard about the whole Idris Elba being black and everything?
I did.
Like,
We actually
she's-
talked about it on Wednesday.
Oh my god, Idris Elba is blacker than the person who said that. I mean, if a person is blacker than you in shades of darkness in the skin, you should really shut the fuck up because there's a lot of people gonna be pissed. Plus, how can she think that was okay to say in any way? I mean, all my life I grew up black, and not even here where I grew up, I have no idea what the fuck Caribbean food is. Literally.
There's
Never heard of it.
food
Jerk
from the
chicken and stuff.
Caribbean.
But he's
Yeah.
like jerk chicken and stuff. I don't know what they have over there.
And I'm gonna be honest. I live in a very almost all black country, but most of my friends here are either Chinese or Irish immigrants.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, did you
a lot
go
of
out
those here.
looking for them specifically, or
No, mostly around my school.
Hmm.
We go to the same school. We became friends quickly. What's the point?
Yeah.
somebody's here?
Yeah, somebody is here. It's 24/7 Fusion Media. Hell, 24/7 Fusion Media. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing, man?
You bring the
Yeah,
pizza.
we're trying to figure out what to talk about. We have
Yeah,
nothing
'cause-
else.
Oh man, there's all kind of shit to talk about, man.
It's a lot of stuff to talk about, but like a lot of it is just kind of I think what it is, and maybe I'm not the only one going through this, where it's like, man, I feel like we're talking about the same shit every few weeks, right? Because not just the
Yeah.
Kathleen Kennedy shit. It's like, hey, this new woke thing is terrible. Okay. You know
Well,
what I
shit,
mean? It's like-
you could always talk about the shit you love more than talk
That's-
about the shit you hate.
I almost think that's where this stream needs to go. Because I seriously,
Hell yeah.
I don't think any of us give a fuck about Kathleen Kennedy anymore. I think we're all done with that. I don't really give a fuck about any new thing that's woke is terrible. I don't give a fuck about the lady talking about Idris Elba ain't black. Fuck her. Who cares about these dumb motherfuckers? Fuck them. Fuck them all. Fuck them all. And I'm sorry. Yeah, Newbound Turk, the Discord. I don't really want to do with the Discord, and because I'm not a social media guy. I am like a super boomer. I have social media to contact people for this channel, and I am terrible at it otherwise. But yeah, I almost rather talk about stuff that we like. Okay, how about this? Let's go around the panel. Doesn't matter if it's old, new, or whatever. Everybody go and just say something, some piece of media, whether it's a book, TV show, cartoon, movie that they've watched recently or they consumed recently that they like. I'll start with Matt. What about you? What is something that you like that you've checked out recently?
Well, there's a few. I mean, there is some like what was it? Final Boss on Hulu was amazing. It was like 90s blow 'em up shooting. You know what I mean? Without any political agenda. Obviously, Mel Gibson was in it. But
I never heard of it.
yeah, I believe it's Final Boss. Yeah, it's on Hulu, and it stars the dude that played Crossbones from MCU.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's really good. It's like Tomorrow Comes Today. No, sorry, that's a album from a band, from an indie band. What was it? The Day After Tomorrow? No,
Hey, you talking about Boss Level? Is that what it's called?
Boss Level. Yeah, that's what I said. Anyway,
I
Boss
believe you.
Level.
I believe you. I
It's really
believe you.
great. Kid
Okay.
Detective is another great. I'm a big noir guy. You know what I mean? You tell me it's a noir, I'm in. And Kid Detective was really good. It starred the OC kid. He was also in Shazam, the curly haired, like when all the kids got big. He was like one of the other kids or what. Anyway, that was really good. Anything by Z. Craig Zahler is amazing. Like his trilogy, which was like Brawl on Cell Block 99, Bone Tomahawk, and Dragged Across Concrete. Those three just fantastic. I mean,
I never
they're
heard of
amazing.
any of that. So wait,
So good.
what type of stuff is it? What is
So
this?
those are more like grindhouse. It's a slow burn. Like he does such a great. And if you're gonna start, I would say jump in with Bone Tomahawk with Kurt Russell, because it is great. It's a Western.
I got that movie sitting right here in front of me. Like it's right here in front of in my hand. Yeah, it's a hell of a Western. I love Westerns, man. So
yeah, me too.
It's funny how you called that out and the shit's sitting right here staring at me in my face.
Yeah, that one's
oh,
that's
shit.
fantastic. But I know you said one or two, but like I had to
No,
get
it's fine. Because this is what we need. Because I have never heard of any of this stuff.
Oh yeah, there you go, right there. Yeah. That's some good shit, man. Yeah,
you gotta watch Bone Tomahawk, man. And it's a slow burn, but when it kicks off, man, just same thing with Brawl on Cell Block 99. Like it's slow, it's a slow pace, but it really gets you into, because it takes place obviously in prison. And what he did was like it's with what's that Vince Vaughn, he's in it, right? And they just stay with him on that first day of how you get processed into prison. And it just shows you everything. Him having to check in with people, him getting his linens and stuff with a bit, like it's everything. It just really puts you into that place of like, okay, wow. So this is what it's like to get processed in. And but when it goes cuckoo bananas, it goes cuckoo bananas in like the best way possible. And I was hoping, because so the dude that usually produces all of this guy's movies, I forgot his name. I think it's Sunner. He is working with Gina Carano and Ben Shapiro on her new project, and there would be nothing better. There would be nothing better than to have this guy, Craig Z. Zahler, or whatever his name is, to work with Gina on a film, because I think his would really highlight like the brutality like that he could show with Gina would be just fantastic. And it would be a chance for her to really like be spotlighted with like more something we haven't seen before. Not so, I don't want to say bubbly, but not so like, charismatic in like a happy way.
More gritty,
have
more
it be more stoic. Yeah, be more stoic. And no, I don't mean this with any offense at all, but like, and it would also help. Like, I don't think acting so like
Gina Carano can't act. I'll say it for you.
Okay,
I love
all
her.
right, thank you. I think this would hide a lot of those deficiencies that she may have when it comes to being on screen, but it would highlight a lot of what. Yeah, absolutely.
And even though I said she can't act, she's really good in action scenes. I think the action scenes,
absolutely,
are pretty good.
Right.
So she has strengths and weaknesses. She's not gonna. I don't want her to try to give some indie film, Oscar-winning performance, because that's not her wheelhouse.
Yeah.
And it's nothing wrong with having actors who aren't great actors. You know what I mean? Who are more just badass ass kickers. We had a lot of those. Even Arnold, as much as I love him, he's not winning no Oscars, man. He's there to just look big and shoot shit.
Well, I don't know, but I don't know if you've seen Jingle All the Way, but like he's had some performances that
Yes, that's a classic film. That's a classic, world-renowned film. Anyone who doesn't love Jingle All the Way needs to get right with God. I'm getting a lot of recommendations for Bone Tomahawk in the
I'm
chat.
telling you, man.
Yeah. That motherfucker. Yeah, man. That's some good shit. Yeah, good pick, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good pick, man. That's damn.
We'll go around the horn a little bit real quick. Can we mention that Kurt Russell is a boss? Well, actually, he was Snake, not boss, not big boss. Close. It was close. And Gina is very attractive for a human as Snow the Poopers. And yeah, Jason Statham doesn't act like we don't. And honestly, I think that's if there's any path for us getting good material out of Hollywood, it will be like non-thinking action movies. Because I think Godzilla versus Kong is really gonna out of all the things to make a paradigm change in Hollywood, that is because they're like, we can do dumb action movies all day. So thanks, Matt. Man, you gave a lot of dope recommendations. A whole new, director who has this whole. You gave me you gave me a whole new world to look into. So I appreciate it, man. So everybody else check out Bone. I guess you already have checked out Bone Tomahawk. Other stuff from S. Craig Zahler, and he has a whole trilogy: Brawl and Cell Block 99, Bone Tomahawk, and Dragged Across Concrete, which I had never heard of before today. So, Fimber, what about you? What new and exciting, or even old stuff, have you been checking out recently that you wanted to talk about and recommend to the panel?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I got nothing. I've recently been watching old stuff from like The Crow to trying to see Battlestar, and then Spaceballs and Blazing Saddles, all the old stuff. I'm really
you've been watching a lot of good stuff.
I've been wanting to ask you.
Jake D and Aaron Cash have been giving me a huge list of those things to watch.
How have you been liking The Crow?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It's pretty good.
Oh,
I mean, I'm seeing a lot of references to other things of other movies too.
That's cool. Hot take: I've never seen The Crow, and that's one that I got shit for. I got to see.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah, serious.
Yo,
one of those movies I hadn't seen.
Yeah, man, you go. Yeah, man, you owe it to yourself, man, to go check that shit out, man. Yeah. Now, the rest of them, that's interesting deal. The TV show, the actor was good, but I would just don't watch it, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's not to take nothing away from the movie, but basically it's the movie, but done for TV, and there's a lot of things that they take out because they can't just because The Crow was straight up the way it was, man. They smashing on chicks, they getting high, they drinking, they fucking, they cursing, they doing all kind of shit on there. So you can't do all that on regular TV. Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, that was 39. That was like Fox or it was
TNT or TBS.
Yeah, it was one of these channels because
cable.
Dude, I mean, because we used to get it on.
Yeah, I've seen Die Hard.
That's what I was laughing at.
That shit was, and it basically it'll try to show you the same story as the first Brandon Lee Crow, but it would be they have to change it so much because it's television, and it's like, dude, it was just like it's like a huge part of it had to get gutted out just because it was made for TV. It's not even worth watching, bro. Yeah, it was just one of those things that it was a waste, man. Because if you can't show it in its entirety, and we just got through watching the movie, how you gonna dumb it down for TV and you don't have no cursing, you can't show blood. You have to change the way his girlfriend got raped and killed. It's like you have to change that shit up. You can't show that on TV, but they try to show the origin of how he became the Crow, and then they can't show what happened to her. So it's like, come on, man. What the fuck are we doing now at this point? So it's like, all right, but it's a good movie. Go watch it, man. And yeah, man, it's good, man. You can find that shit cheap for anywhere, man. Shit. I got it on Blu-ray, man, and I got like 2 or 3 copies in storage, man. If I get a hold of that shit before you watch it, I'll send that shit to you, man.
All right, man.
Real quick, sorry, I there's just 2 more. Sorry, I actually watched Nobody like last night, maybe the night before.
Was it good?
It was good. I was seeing a lot of the whole it takes down toxic masculinity or whatever. I'm like, oh no, it doesn't. Like quite the opposite. It tries to, you know what I mean? It's all about these men who just long for the days of when they were badasses or like when shit went crazy.
Right.
And then they fall back into it, you know. Mm-hmm. And it's not like, oh, see, you made a mistake. It was actually like, no, like we should, express our violent sides more. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't, you know what I mean? There has to be room for both of who I was as a man before being, chained down in marriage and family or whatever. And there has to be a balance between those two things, like is what it was really saying, which was great.
You know what? And then to be real, on some real shit, that's when motherfuckers get into a midlife crisis, because what it is they run into some shit to where they're trying to figure out who, looking at who they were versus what they're turning into and what they're becoming. And now you're a father, you're a husband, you're this and you're that. But you remember when you used to run with your boys and, you used to get a whole lot of pussy, and then, all kind of stuff was going on. And it's like things are changing. Your life's different. And sometimes the transition is such a motherfucker where it's like it's night and day, and there is no transition, man. So basically, your life changes so quick, and you're trying to struggle with who you are with who you used to be. And to be real, you're still the same person. It's just certain things change, priorities change, and just it's so much shit to add, add to it, and that gets taken away, and it's a whole different dynamic for everybody. Everybody's different, but man, it's some shit.
The second thing is The Outpost, which is on Netflix.
The Outpost, I've never heard of.
What? Oh, it's one of the best films that came out last year, The Outpost, and I was lucky enough I was able to be a part of an interview with Rod Laurie, who directed it. He also directed The Last Castle as well with Robert Redford. And he's
The Last Castle, that was a while back.
Yeah,
wasn't Clint Eastwood's kid on that?
Yes, in The Outpost. Yes, yeah, and he's
Scott
very
Eastwood.
He's very Clint Eastwoody. Yeah. But it's great. It's about an outpost in Afghanistan that was attacked, and being a military veteran. So the best way to describe it, like it's one of the few movies that actually captures what it's really like. Like there's spit bottles everywhere. Was I'm like, yes, that is what is, and everyone's smoking. And but yeah, I got to interview Rod Laurie over on podcast Pop Culture Minefield, and it was a great time. Like, and he's very liberal, but he was cool, dude. Like, told us some good stories in the back before we went on, and cool guy. The movie is fantastic. It's on Netflix, so you don't have to like rent it or anything, but definitely check that one out. Okay, done. That's it.
Yeah, no worries. Listen, I appreciate talking about this stuff and just remembering that good stuff is still being made. I thought we were going to get a lot more older stuff. I mean, we got The Crow and Finn was talking about Blazing Saddles. We're still talking about stuff that's made the last 5 years. A lot of stuff we're talking about. You guys talk about Clint Eastwood's son does look. Says Islington Girl says Clint Eastwood's son looks identical to him, but younger. It's weird. No, it's called genetics.
Yeah, actually, a lot of people want him to be the next Wolverine, man. Scott Eastwood. If you look at him,
fucking Hugh Jackman was way too tall.
Yeah, I know. Like, listen, just hear me out. I think the dream casting, if he was still young, would be Danny DeVito. Now, if you hear me out. Now, if you give him HGH and get him on like that Thor level,
Tom Hardy.
What's
wrong with Tom Hardy? He's about 5'8".
Too tall.
He's too tall. He's like 5'8".
Too tall.
He saw it off.
Danny DeVito was the perfect.
I get.
And we missed it. Like,
no,
dude, flip through your wizard book from back in the day. It'll tell you.
He's no.
Actually,
here's the thing. I get it. Wolverine in real life is like Prince height. He's 5'3" or something like that.
Real life.
Real life. Yeah. In the Marvel 616. Go ahead.
Actually, in the old Wizard, they used to want who was that? The drummer was one of the dudes from Red Hot Chili Peppers, man, to be
Flea?
Wolverine. So if you think it was one of them with long hair, which one was that one?
You said the drummer.
I don't. In the '90s, I think they all had it.
Yeah, Kiedis. Anthony Kiedis was the lead singer. And Flea was the bassist. I can't remember their lineup in the 90s.
Because it was one dude with long hair and he was built, and everybody wanted him way back in the old Wizard magazines when they used to do the fantasy picks to to be who who they'd want. It was this dude, man, that they always picked. Trust me, I used to fucking pick up Wizard every fucking month,
Me
man.
too.
So, shit.
Wizard.
That's when you said it, I was like, wait. I remember days. I remember them days, man.
No,
This
Danny
shit.
DeVito, he's just too this is not.
What I said,
No.
give him HGH and put him on that core workout scheme. Like
He'll just be fatting on HGH. No. You need somebody who's gonna dedicate their body
CGI, motherfucker, CGI.
and that worked for fucking Robert De Niro being like 70 trying to run and shit. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I like I said, if we had to recast Wolverine, make him shorter, Tom Hardy is the simplest one. Because you're not gonna get somebody who's actually 5'3". Like, no, you're just it's not
I already named him. Like
no.
So I really did dislike that. The fact that Wolverine wasn't pretty much the smallest character of them all.
Real quick, Hell Wake Down, who has his own channel. Everybody has a channel. That's great. I'm glad everybody's starting to do this because it's a very fun thing to do.
There you go.
He says, all right, folks, got to run. Y'all take it easy. We'll catch you next time. We'll catch you next time. Appreciate it. Wait, yeah, Eric K, why not just mini me if we're going to just...
no, that's
just,
too short. Come on, man. Don't be
Oh,
ridiculous.
yeah, now that's
about,
too short.
Yeah, we're not trying to be
I mean-
ridiculous. We're trying to be like for real here. Danny DeVito would have been the perfect.
Danny DeVito did play Mini-Me.
Oh, that's
Look,
true.
let me
He
tell you,
did.
this new Space Jams movie that's coming out, I can already say it's
Oh,
shit.
what the fuck?
They should have done a Space Jams movie with Acme as the villains. With
No,
Danny
they should
DeVito
never
as
do
one,
any
as
more-
one of the
They should
board
never do any
directors.
more
I'm
Space
just
Jam
saying.
movies.
Oh, so
And
y'all
we had the
watching
whole
Space
cast
Jam
aside.
too?
No, we're not.
Yeah.
No one's watching that unless you're like 14 or younger and you don't know any better.
Or you need
stand on-
content.
I'm not wasting my time because, like, I mean, I know it's going to be trash. I realized early in this YouTube game that I can't hate review. When I tried to watch Batwoman, I said I can't do it because I can't put up with it.
Hey man, they say it got so bad in that movie where there's a part that's cut out. This is like where LeBron James is trying to tell Pepe Le Pew about how to handle women. You know, it's like that Gillette commercial when that black dude tried to hold the white dude back, like, nah, man, don't talk to her. Don't do that.
Yeah,
You know, it's like, yeah, he's doing that shit to Pepe Le Pew, man.
yeah. I know they got cut.
out here.
Pepe Le Pew got cut out.
Yeah,
Here's the
dude,
sad
and
thing.
then they actually cut it out and they never put it. But the scene's already made. It's like a deleted scene, but it never did hit the. It never did get into the movie because they started canceling this bitch at Pepe Le Pew and shit. So
You know what's the sad
So
thing?
that got leaked. I didn't know that shit got
Generation. We live in a generation that if you're a guy walking down the street and you see a woman crying, sitting on a chair, crying in the middle of nowhere, you just can't try to say and ask if she's okay because next thing you see, all hell will set loose on you. It's pretty sad.
Yeah,
I mean, you just gotta keep on
walk on
going
by.
in order, or
walk on.
they can
by.
destroy your life.
LeBron James trying to tell Pepe Le Pew.
I mean, if I remember correctly, wasn't the relationship technically consensual? Because it was proven the cat wanted to date Pepe
No,
in the
listen.
end too.
Nah, I seen
Pepe
the
Le
cat
Pew
chase
was-
him before.
Did it?
Yeah, dude,
Listen.
I seen the cat would like turn and was like, yo, and then he started running from her.
I never
Yeah,
did that.
because he was all talk. He wasn't actually action. He was only talk. He was
So
a coward in the end.
Nah, but
In
he-
one of the shorts,
Yeah.
Pepe Le Pew was trying to win the affection of the cat when he found she was a cat by getting rid of his stink, and then the cat turned around and was like was trying to make herself stinky so she could appeal to Pepe,
yeah,
and then
think
she
I
just had the
seen
table
this.
turned.
yeah.
But
So
listen.
basically, yeah, they try to throw the hashtag Me Too on Pepe Le Pew, man, with LeBron James fucking trying to lecture his ass about how to handle women. I'm dude.
Somebody
I
need to.
can't-
As many DMs as LeBron James slid in, he's trying to talk about Pepe Le Pew handling women.
Dog,
Come on, bro. All those Insta scam models, you just slid
Nah,
their
and
DMs.
nobody
bro.
really talked about this shit, man. But you know, I mean, I'm not no. It's Space Jam too, but then like I said, at that point they were like cancel Pepe Le Pew on
Yeah.
Twitter and all that shit, and then they ended up cutting that part out of the movie.
I didn't know the nature of the scene that got cut. I didn't know that was what he was
Yeah,
doing.
that was it, man.
Oh boy,
It was like a hashtag Me Too Gillette commercial type shits where he's like, "Hey, baby, let me talk to you. Yo, you can't be fucking with the women like that. You know, you got to get that consent. Blah blah blah." Oh Lord, I didn't know that. You know, like what the fuck?
like he was just out here raping people.
What?
He should have said, "Well, LeBron, why are you always in
it's
girls'
not
DMs?"
wrong. You know, it's kind of weird. It's not wrong that if the woman does this to the guy. I mean, there are cases where women do these things to men against their will.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. It's just the nature of who Pepe Le Pew is, and then you got LeBron James trying to school him. Like, get the fuck out of here! What are you talking about?
What if he would have came back and he was like, "Yeah, you can't do this." And he was like, "LeBron, why are
this
you on
is
all these
LeBron
18-year-old
James. I
girls'
mean, he's a-
DMs as a
He's a
30-year-old man?"
He's a celebrity in basketball professional. I mean, the people in those areas normally end up doing this kind of shit in a 24-hour basis.
Yeah, like
It's
why do you
different
got
when I do that.
hashtag? Why do you got hashtag BLM, but you're in all these 18-year-old white girls' DMs? Please explain, Brian. Clean your room, LeBron. The red skull told me to tell you to clean your room before you come here with that bullshit. But you know what? Let's keep going with the same thing as far as media. 2-4. What about you? I mean, I'm sure you got tons of stuff. What's some stuff that you've been checking out recently, either reading, movies, TV, whatever, man? What you been onto?
Yeah, man, I ended up getting it was original Justice League issue 183, and it's the issue where the Justice League, the Just Society of America, they first run into the New Gods.
Okay.
Ever. And they ended up fighting Orion and what's that, Sunray or Sunlight or whatever his name is. But yeah, they ended up fighting them, and then all of a sudden it's the first time that the Justice League fights Darkseid ever in comic books.
Yeah.
From the first series of the Justice League, if you look it up, issue 183, 184, and 185.
Yep, we got it. Got it pulled up here.
All right. So, hey, highlight 183.
Here's 183.
All right. That issue is the cover is drawn by a gentleman called Jim Starlin. Boy, he did Avengers back in the 80s. He did the death of Captain Marvel, the original Captain Marvel from Marvel Comics, before Brie Larson, before the original Captain Marvel. That, like, he died of cancer, and he drew that comic book. It's Marvel's first graphic novel ever in Marvel history. It was the death of Captain Marvel, and Jim Starlin drew it, and he drew this, and he drew the other issues. But I ended up getting this issue autographed by Jim Starlin himself for $7.50.
Wow. Nice job, man.
That was yesterday.
Oh man, congratulations,
dude, for $7.50, man. Like, I was wondering, like, everybody slept on that shit, and I'm like, dude, do you even know who the fuck Jim Starlin is? Like, yeah. And this is from so like I said, this is the first issue. 183 is where they first fight. Like, that's them fighting the New Gods, and if you look in the background, you see the Just Society of America.
Yeah.
So it took all them three to take down Darkseid. And the first fight that he ever, this is the first, the Just Society of America and the Justice League, they never even dealt with Darkseid before. This is the first time they ever ran into him, and it took those 3 issues, and it's the first time. So when you look at the Justice League, you see, and this is the thing, when you look at the Zack Snyder Justice League, the Justice League, by the time they were going to get to the Justice League 3, they were going to be fighting the New Gods. What do you think that takes place? Look, you're looking at it right there. The first time the New Gods are fighting the Justice League. And the first time the Justice League and the Just Society of America go to Apocalypse.
Yeah.
So,
Batman doesn't want his face to go lower.
But it took the New Gods, the Just Society of America, and the Justice League to take down Darkseid.
Yeah.
So it's basically, when you look at that big war at the beginning of Zack Snyder's Justice League, when Zeus and all the Green Lantern and the Amazons, when it took all of them to take them down, You can believe it because it took it took 3 team of motherfuckers to take down Darkseid in the comic books in the first confrontation against them.
Yeah, I really hate the modern comic books because they have made everything too insanely powerful to the point that it doesn't make sense how Superman and Darkseid don't already destroy the planet with just one fist at each other. Literally, Superman can destroy planets with just one fist, but apparently every time he punches someone, the Earth doesn't blow up. Where's the sense on that?
Well,
Everything's just too fucking powerful.
The Golden Age had that problem, and they had to resort to the Final Crisis to kind of reset everything and bring Superman back down to a more reasonable level.
Yeah,
it's not reasonable, dude. It's still not reasonable. Maybe if they've done it large building level, but not planet destroying level.
Well, I couldn't tell you that. The chat is more relevant, worried about why Batman's face is near Orion's crotch. Like that's where the chat is. Isn't the girl talking about his face doesn't want to go lower?
So look, it's crazy because when you see with one punch, he hit Firestorm, and then with that, you could tell he just finished hitting Firestorm, and then with that same hook, he's fucking hitting Superman.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Batman's trying to tackle his ass. Wonder Woman is about to she coming from the top, off the top rope.
Yeah, with a fucking splash. Or a swanton bomb or some shit. I don't know.
Then you got everybody's gonna come in, and then you got Power Girl in the back. It's like shit. It's about to get it. And then
here comes Green Lantern with the power fist.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, that's
real quick.
Go ahead.
Just notice, these heroes worried about honor. They don't give a fuck about jumping for somebody. It's like 8 of them. They're jumping shit out of them, and they're still getting fucked up.
And then in the corner, you see the Huntress right behind Superman. Yep. And that's
she ain't doing shit but staring.
Yeah, well, I mean, dude, the thing is, she's the daughter of the Earth 2 Catwoman and Earth 2 Batman.
Okay, so this is Helena Wayne.
Yeah, that's Helena Wayne. And then the thing is, when they end up integrating her into Earth 1, then she end up being Helena Bartolini or something.
Yeah,
like,
they made her like a Bob Doss.
Yeah, Yeah, but that's but that's Helena Wayne though, man. So that's
snap! I wanted to give him a time because Matt Martin just let us know that he had to go, and then he had to go. I wanted to give him a real quick time to promote himself, but he had to go. So shout out to Matt Martin. I'm glad he was able to join us. And Burton.
I remember once seeing a comic book, the comics of times where Batman alone, if he had the right plan and weaponry, he could probably take Darkseid out. Now,
I think Batman. That's. I love Batman, but when they do shit like that, they're making him OP. And I think
even I mean, I miss the days when things were simple, when it was not about power, but it was about capability of using it. When it was the person skilled personally. I mean, when we had characters like Space Cabbie, Roxy Rocket, literally just people going around the universe with a car or a bike.
That's that central dildo.
Yeah, that's what I'm laughing at. I said, nice, you caught that shit.
Nice cover, beautiful depiction of hero group sex. That's what it could. I mean, with Batman's face, it could be. I've seen weirder things on the hub.
Oh yeah, man. Oh man, dude.
Batman's just.
Hey, you know what, man? If you'd have seen old Wonder Woman comic books.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, too much bondage.
Oh yeah, she's getting spanked.
I mean, remember the old bondage weakness.
They did the bondage.
The second the ropes get around.
She was getting tied up every book in the 40s. She was getting tied up or bound
with her own lasso. That's what's up. Yeah,
that's how they was doing.
I used to think the writers used to have some kind of just taking their own bondage on the comic books.
Oh yes, I think that was proven.
The creator had this weird relationship with his wife and a mistress, and they all lived in the same house together. Like there was a whole I think there was actually a film made about that relationship.
Yeah.
Did we lose someone?
Yeah. Matt Mardigan left. I said that he had to leave. He didn't have enough time. He said, "Oh shoot, I have to leave."
That's kind of like the equivalent of grandpa uncle.
Oh shit! Actually, speaking of guy heading out, I gotta go ahead and duck out, guys.
Okay, Ironcaster. All right.
Yeah, if you're gonna go to Just Ignore Me, tell him to wait from me. Okay.
Are you doing a stream with Just Ignore Me?
Yeah, in a couple of minutes.
Oh, yep. Oh, geez.
It looks like Brooke Fields are ducking out, but yeah. I'll be around. Again, I think I think I was thinking about doing a Transformers stream Tuesday, talking about the little guy, those little bots.
Oh,
Cool.
This is it's the I think Combiner Wars or Titans Return Grimlock.
Grimlock. Yeah. Fucking love Grimlock, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, I think about, like I said, I wanted to do a Transformers stream and talk about just all of them.
yeah.
And
Shit,
anyone
I got an original Swoop in the closet.
oh,
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
we just talk about all that shit. And yeah, like I said, I'm thinking about doing that Tuesday. So anyone who likes that stuff, free to come on.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
I'll
Yeah.
try to show up.
Just
Leave
put your
the
link in the
link.
chat.
Leave the link on the stream part of the channel, dude, so we can talk about this. I mean, I always want to do a link about a video about GoBots and Transformers. What's the fucking difference?
Just because it wouldn't be a stream with me on it without
Yes.
bringing him up. Bringing in my big
Yes.
green son.
Oh, Devastator.
Devastator.
Oh,
Shout out to
shit.
Devastator.
One of the best Decepticons out there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. You can see stuff like this on
No,
Ironcaster's
Devastator
channel.
was awesome, man. I mean,
Hey,
dude.
so-
this-
He's always over my shoulder, like looking at my internet history, and he doesn't like what he sees.
Yeah, he's probably ashamed. I think most action figures be ashamed of most.
Man,
Yeah.
Devastator.
Yeah, if you're
remember,
not already subbed, please sub to
Dog,
Ironcaster.
all the big robots, man, like from the aerial bots, the Stunticons, the
Hell, it doesn't
the
have to be the figures
Predacons.
themselves.
Oh, Predaking. Oh, boy, they had so many. They had so many good big robots, man. They were awesome.
And I got a few comics with me as well.
Okay, cool. Eric K is reminding he wants you to know, don't hurt yourself with the Bowser dildo. So
Oh, I love this cover.
I don't think you heard me
Yeah.
because you just
Oh,
said
I
I love.
saw him. I'm just not addressing that.
Okay. Thank goodness it's a Transformer, not the Bowser. So yeah, he's worried about the Bowser dildo. But those are awesome comics, man.
Wow.
It's like a 4-part miniseries dealing with the Insecticons. Let's go through like the 5 or 6 I have, and then I'll be ducking out.
Oh
Okay,
man, that's
cool.
awesome. Hey, do you have Transformers #1, the original from Marvel?
Oh, I wish I did.
Shit,
Like, I thought I
issue
came
1 and
across
2.
at one point.
Oh,
Yeah, I
cool.
got issue 1 and 2, man.
Just because,
Yeah, them shits are Oh man, look at
oh,
that.
look at that art.
Look at that art.
It's supposed to be a prequel,
Fucking
like
Megatron, man.
for the original
Megatron.
series.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, Megatron was something else, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Calvin
wish they
Johnson's
used
great
these
receiver.
designs on the movies. The
Dude,
original
I
G1
do
design.
too.
man.
And
You
then,
know,
oh, look at that
Galvatron.
coloring.
I mean, just imagining seeing one Autobot like this
shit.
on the big screen. Just
Hey,
fighting Optimus or something.
that Galvatron, that was what, issue 60 something?
Yeah, or I guess it'd be 99.
Oh, 99. Okay, all right.
So, if I remember right, this is supposed to be like a finale for the original Marvel series. So, this is
Mhm.
supposed to be what happened after the Marvel
Exactly,
US comics,
right.
which ignores the Marvel UK run for Transformers.
Yeah, that
which
was
is just excellent. And
Yeah.
for it, they brought in Simon Furman.
Oh shit. You know,
Like,
what's
name.
cool about those is that was after Generation 3.
There was
Because that was that because Generation 3, that was when they brought in Galvatron and because that was after Transformers the movie, and that was what changed the whole game. I mean, boy, Transformers the movie, that when they killed off everybody and turned Megatron to Galvatron and that shit, but that changed up the game real quick, man.
So yeah, Central Dildo asks, "What is this comic hub?" No, it's not that type of hub.
Oh, it's close.
It's close. Real quick, gotta say what up to Tupac Shakur. Who's out on
Catch you
bail.
guys
Hey,
later.
what's up,
Jail.
Tupac?
California
Hey,
Dreaming.
Tupac, send you
Yeah.
love.
Yeah, peace out, Ironcaster. I appreciate you being here. So yeah,
Half from the
thank you.
grave.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I'll talk to you guys later. Maybe see
Hey,
you
take it
Tuesday.
easy, man. You have a good night,
Yep.
man.
Yeah, see you next Tuesday. I mean, not like that. So Fimmer, you said you had another stream you guys were hopping on? Fimmer. The CIA take him? I guess
Yes, I
somebody
gotta
else
jump with just an Orby.
just ignore me. Okay. Okay, so maybe we should end it a little early. Real quick. Power Girls, Power Puffs, because we did mention Power Girl. So hell, I think
let's
this
be
is
honest,
Robert.
please. I mean, her Powerpuffs are better than the live action Powerpuffs that are about to come out. So
Yeah,
come on,
hell,
dude.
Robert.
Oh shit!
I think that's Robert. I'm not sure if it is or if it's another. Because usually
Dude,
Robert's
it's
good with the
Robert.
jokes accounts. Well,
Oh,
Robert,
shit. Yeah,
Robert,
somebody call my
listen
name.
to me.
yeah.
Change to Psylocke right now. Change to Psylocke right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because he does do the sound. He has a few different ones. Robert's
Oh shit, that's a good
got
one.
love
Man.
for Robert, man. So I didn't know you were streaming. I didn't. Justin Norris, you're doing all sorts of stuff, man. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm going all around the zone. I can't make streams yet, so
Yeah.
it's good to diversify with the people.
Cool.
Cool. Still, though, I'll always show up for your streams, Vigilante. You were the first person to ever give me time on the screen.
And speaking of you, we were going around the horn with stuff like that people watch. We never got to you. So what about you? Do you have anything new or that you want to talk about? Like anything new that you've been watching? Well, no, we did get to you. I'm sorry, we didn't get to Ironcaster. He's the one who left because you talked about Blazing Saddles and shit like that.
Yeah,
and that was pretty much it. So yeah, I guess we'll never know what Ironcaster's watching. The world will just leave without that. So is this your link? Did you just put in the private chat?
Yeah, I still gotta try every time.
Oh yeah. So I'm pretty sure everyone in this chat is sub to Fenrir because we've been spamming you for weeks. But if by any chance that you're not, please do. Where you at as far as subs?
Let me see. I got
75.
75.
So there's 11 of you
subs.
with no content. We're trying to get them to 100 without a video. So if there's 11 of you in the chat, I'm pretty sure all of you are already sub again. But if you weren't, and we put all of you in, and all of you sub, he'd be at 86. If by any chance you haven't sub, or if you're watching this replay, please sub to my man Fenrir the Ice Wolf. Yeah, but I'm as far as I guess we're kind of done. I mean, the cover story is just something that we're so done with. As far as Kathleen Kennedy, was cool. You know what? You know who didn't go about stuff? I realized I didn't talk about like new stuff I've been watching. I haven't really been
Go for it, man. What's up?
trying to think what is some. I mean, I've mentioned watching Long Kiss Goodnight because I want to do a review on that one, and that's a real good movie from the 90s.
Oh yeah, I got something people should try to watch. I know China is not the best place or country in the world in the moment, but at least they're making good anime. So yeah, go look out for Chinese animes. They're pretty good.
I didn't know China made anime.
Yeah, 3D mostly, but yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah. And when are we going to watch Utopia? I don't know if I can handle Utopia.
The Chinese have this habit of making no exact story or character development. They always make the character super OP very, very fast, but it's still enjoyable to watch because the action's good, the monsters and fights are good. It's always good. I mean, it's rushed as hell, but good.
Real quick, I guess we talking about channels. Oops, went away. Newbound Turk apparently has a channel and has uploaded some game vids. If
shit, for real? What's the name of the channel? Or
is it just Newbound Turk, man? Because we can let me see if I can toss it in the chat.
Yeah, for real, man.
Do I have first off my sub to you? Does not look like I am. Oh no, yeah, I am. I am sub to you, Newbound Turk. You have 2 subs. That's far too few. So let's see if we can get my man Newbound Turk to 10 subs right now. Since your dildo says don't be a pussy as far as Utopia. It's just not my thing. Utopia, like, man, I don't want to see something. Utopia sounds like I can watch the news. I can watch the news for Utopia, man. But real quick, let's get my man Newbound Turk. We're trying to get everybody subs up because the only reason any of you are sub to me is
You say what now?
What did you say before Fenrir just got killed by the Illuminati. But what I was just gonna say, the only reason any of you were watching this video. Oh, he's back. He's back. Only reason any of you were watching my video because you saw me on the channel or somebody told you to sub to me and you did. So please sub to New Bomb Turk. There's 10 of you watching, or 11 of you. Well, 10 in the YouTube plus 1 on Twitch, which I don't know who is watching. But if all of you sub, we will get New Bomb Turk to 10 subs, and that would be a cool start for his channel. So please, if you can, give my man New Bomb Turk to 10 subs. Since the second vid is a little bit better, has music along with the racing. So there you go.
What game is he showing on the video?
Let me check because I went out the window. What is this?
What?
Sorry about that. Was some noise from the video. That was the video. Oh, he's racing some racing game with motorcycles, and the first thing you heard was that noise. Actually, real quick, why not play? I hope you don't copyright claim me, New Bomb Turk. That would suck. But provided that you won't, I think it's safe to actually just play one of your videos. So hold on a second. We're gonna hear that weird fucking noise again. There you go. Let's get me right because I'm a terrible producer. Let's preview New Bomb Turk's channel real quick. Alrighty, let's see what he has to offer. So this is the game. I hope the music doesn't copyright us now that I'm playing it. So I'm gonna turn that down. I don't want the music to copyright us, but this is what you can get. Just a racing video. Seems pretty cool.
Win?
What game is this, New Bomb? Oh, Wreckfest. First is Wreckfest, second is Ride 4. So this is either Wreckfest or Ride 4. So much smashing. Oh my! Shout out to She-Hulk Smash. Now we did have Powerpuffs, and now we have She-Hulk Smashing. So shout out to She-Hulk Smashing. Oh, it's copyright free music. Okay, I guess I can turn it back up. Well, I guess to hear me. Cool. Okay.
All right. Hey, let me ask you this, Vigilante. What you been checking out, man?
Like I said, I've watched just still more YouTube than anything. But as far I saw New Bomb, not New Bomb Turk. That's what I'm talking to. Long Kiss Goodnight is a movie I recently saw, and I'm trying to watch a couple times so I can get a review in. And then obviously, guys, what's the movie this week or TV show that I saw this week? I can't think. This week has been pretty much a blur. But just a lot of YouTube and even wrestling. I've been watching like old wrestling matches and shit.
Hey,
I haven't really been watching as much.
I tell you what, man. If you like wrestling like that, you want to fuck with some real old wrestling, bro. You need to really fuck with me, dude. Come on, bro, man. And I'm talking about the shit that nobody else is talking about. I'm talking about where a lot of original shit, things that you would never, dude.
So,
man. Mid-South Wrestling, bro.
Mid-South, I do know of Mid-South. Yeah,
you know about Mid-South and AWA and
AWA World Class Championship Wrestling.
Yeah,
and,
WCW.
World Championship Wrestling. But no, there was two. It was WCW and WCCW. Was like where you had Devon Erickson, WCCW, and then WCW.
Right. It was, Devon Erickson. Yeah, you could. They were over in Dallas.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's with Devon Erickson, dude. Yeah, Kevin and David and dude, man.
Yeah.
Kerry Von Erich, bro.
Kerry Von Erich,
man, he was awesome, man. And I mean, there was we talking like the Ultimate Warrior, bro.
Yeah.
Before he was Ultimate Warrior, when he first came out, he was the Dingo Warrior.
Yeah, he was the Dingo Warrior.
A lot of people don't know that, and even before then. When he was with
Sting,
with Rock and Sting, come on, man.
Yeah, I know about that old stuff. I like a lot of old stuff.
Yeah, I was there. Like when Jake the Snake came out, it was Jake the Snake and the Barbarian.
Oh man,
see, a lot of people don't even know about that, dog. And then this cat came in humongous, bro, with Abdul the Butcher and Bruiser Brody.
Yeah,
dude, yeah. I mean, dude, Ken Patera. You know, and you know, we talked to Ken Patera before he was even with WWF. You know, and he was the strongest man in the world, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, the strongest man in the world. It was Ken Patera along with Big John Studd. And dude, them dudes, dog, they were a team to be fucked. Dog, hey man, there's a lot of good stuff out there, man. It was Hacksaw Jim Duggan with Hacksaw Butch Reed, along with Tony Atlas, Black Superman.
Butch Reed in WCW with Ron Simmons.
Back then, he was Hacksaw Butch Reed, man.
Yeah,
and I remember like they had fights with him and Jim Duggan were fighting for the title of Hacksaw. They were like, "You're not the real Hacksaw. I'm the real Hacksaw." And them motherfuckers get to fighting. Dog, man, we talking back in like 1983, 84, 85. Hey, man, there's so much stuff with that.
So such a deal. Those give you such a
fabulous
hard
free, the fabulous Freebirds when they used to have the 3-man titles, bro. It wasn't like just the tag team titles. They had 3-man titles, man. Dude, man, I had so much shit. Dog. Motherfuckers ain't seen the 3-man title in so long. The 3-man championship.
Yeah, I think they're trying to bring that back in certain things. But I was watching a lot of like 90 like WCW shit. I've been like really watching like NWO, Sting.
Dude, right here. Yeah. I have like 2 copies of Goldberg's the Ultimate Edition of Goldberg. I have it on Blu-ray and I have it on DVD, both the same. Yeah, the whole like Goldberg's whole collection. Dude, NWO. Hey man, dog, the whole beginning, the rise and fall of the NWO. Oh, that shit was awesome. Dog, I was there for the whole thing, bro. I sat there and watched it when they first invaded and they were called the Outsiders. Come on, man. I was there for all that shit, man.
I freaked out because because what it was is back then it was like Razor Ramon had just been gone for a few months. You're like, what happened to him? And he just showed up on WCW. I was like, what the fuck? And then Kevin Nash kind of like, what?
Showed up with Kevin Nash. Yeah, exactly, man.
It blew my mind. But real quick, I have to get to Central Ditto. He's fucking with me.
Yeah. Go ahead, man.
He says, I'm too much of a wimp to watch anything. And as his recommendation is, he can get his girl to make a list of some romantic comedies. Seems like something I would like. No, it isn't. And I guess Stay Gold.
Hell no.
He's just trying to fuck with me for having asked the question. Like I said, I've been watching WrestleMania, put a lot of wrestling in my feed, so it was a lot of wrestling this week. That's really what I've been watching.
Man, I'm telling you, bro. I mean, even back then, you had like General Skandar Akbar.
I remember Skandal Akbar. Yeah.
Oh, dog. Like I say, man. Like I say, Bruiser Brody and Abdullah the Butcher. Dog, they were some of the most gruesome.
Yeah, that was bloody. And they had like the Butcher was be too bloody.
Yeah, and they had like the Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez. Dog, they had a bunch of good wrestlers, man. They had like Dr. Death, Steve Williams. He was with Ted DiBiase when Ted DiBiase first came out. It was him and Dr. Death, Steve Williams. And then you had like the Road Warriors.
Remember the Road Warriors?
Wow, man. We talking about the Legion of Doom. We talking the Road Warriors.
Road Warriors. That's when they were in NWA before WWE. WWF.
And back then, that was when they were with Paul Ederle.
Fucking FBI's coming after me.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Jesus, you guys are killing me. First off, this disrespect of Diesel, Detroit's own, Kevin Nash, talking about he couldn't wrestle. He was just tall. Kevin Nash was cool. He can cut a fucking promo. He could do one of the better power bombs there was. He only had like 2 moves. That's all you needed. You need to have 2 or 3 moves, cool finish, talk shit.
It's funny. I remember when he first showed up in WWF, he was the powerful Oz.
No, that was in WCW. He was at
WCW. I remember. I remember when he first showed up as with that
Vinny
Oz
Vegas.
Shit. Dog, that shit was crazy as fucking. I remember Vinny Vegas. Yeah, that shit was crazy as shit, man.
Vinny Vegas is close to Diesel, but yeah, Oz was weird. He had that like green shit.
Oh yeah, that shit was crazy as shit, man. Hey, you know, I remember like you remember Nikita Koloff, Ivan Koloff, the Bolsheviks.
Yeah,
along with Crusher Khrushchev. Dude, them motherfuckers, they had the 3-man title at one point too, along with like the Fabulous Freebirds. The Von Erichs had the 3-man title at one time, and then dude, some of the greatest tag team champions, like the Fabulous Ones, the Rock and Roll Express.
Yeah.
The Rock and Roll Express, the Midnight Express with
Midnight
Jim
Express.
Cornette. Oh,
yeah.
Jim Cornette was a fool with that tennis racket, man. I'm telling you,
talking shit,
man, dog. I remember that shit, man. It was some good shit, man. Nick with
Robert says Dawn's ginger side prevention. Check out my Mid-South. I guess he's not talking about the promotion.
Yeah, I know he's talking about
some
some other. Yeah, I like
called the Bolsheviks, which is hilarious. That
the Bolsheviks. Yeah. So I'm dude, and then I remember, man, back then, bro, Roddy Piper, man.
Roddy Piper did a lot of things you cannot do today. You watch some of his old promos; they're pretty, not necessarily PC. Let's just say, but he was a great.
I mean, but
really
the
great.
thing is, he did say a bunch of racist shit.
Yeah, he did.
He did though.
You know
He'll sit there and man. But the thing is, those were the times though, bro. With with the Superfly Jimmy Snuka and the Tonga Kid.
I remember the Tonga Kid.
Oh,
I saw this promo. It was actually with The Rock's dad. It was it Tony? Yeah, Tony Atlas and Rocky Johnson
and Tony Atlas.
Yeah.
It had to be Tony Atlas, bro.
Yeah,
Black Superman. Yeah, man.
And they had an interview because you know how Piper had his like Piper's Pit.
Yeah, I remember the Piper's Pit. Oh,
yeah.
Pit, man.
And they did it right. He was being racist, but they did it like to make fun of Piper too. So it wasn't like he was the bad guy. So they would still make fun of him too. It wasn't like, oh, he's just racist, and that was just
because at times they could be good or bad. Rocky Johnson or Tony Atlas, it's like them dudes there. They'll switch it up real quick.
Okay, this talk seems like fun, but I gotta bounce. Peace to both of you.
Okay,
hey, take
you
it
want
easy,
to quickly promote your stuff, or you just about to leave?
Okay. I mean, I got nothing. I mean, right at this point, I got nothing to say except just bring me sub and subscribe to my channel and some shit. Keep your heads up. Forget Star Wars and shit, and try weed. It can help you pass through these crazy times very easily. So
pass that shit.
Yeah. Go around with that.
Y'all know what's up.
Yeah. All right, man. Appreciate you being here, Fenrir.
Take it easy, bro.
Take it easy.
Too, man.
Enjoy your stream with Justin Normie. Tossing his link again in the chat. If you haven't subbed to Fenrir, please sub to Fenrir the Ice Wolf.
There you go.
And Robert has chosen a name for his channel. Kind of like it, Shapeshift Media, to kind of go with his personality.
Yeah, actually, that shit is pretty fucking cool. That's cool as fuck. Hey, I tell you what, I don't know. You might have said that just to kind of play around, but sometimes in joking, people come up with some pretty damn good ideas. That
okay, then bye.
All right,
hey, take it easy, man.
Peace, man.
Peace. Yay, Shapeshift Media. Hey, go for it, man.
Yeah,
that shit's fucking awesome.
Yeah. And Eric K needs to run too. He says Trek Saturday is calling me.
Eric K, man, you awesome, man. Yo,
Hell,
take
Eric
it easy,
K.
man.
Thank you for being in the chat.
Yeah.
My favorite movie's not The Notebook. I don't care what you say.
Man. I mean,
Kevin Nash was better than just a big guy. He was cool.
And I tell you what, man. Back in the day, if you want to talk about old wrestlers, someone like you remember Terry Taylor?
Yeah, I do remember Terry Taylor. He's like what is he?
Yeah, well, I mean, when he went to WWF, they called him the Red Rooster. But back then, Terry Taylor was just awesome. Do you remember Magnum TA?
Yeah, Magnum TA. He was real cool with Dusty Rhodes.
Terry Allen. Oh man, I hate what happened to it, man.
Yeah.
When you got into that car accident. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He was the man. He used to fuck with the Four Horsemen. It was him and Dusty Rhodes against the Four Horsemen.
Yeah. Oh man, Dusty Rhodes. Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, you remember like Telly Blanchard and like the Four Horsemen? Yeah, with like Arn Anderson, Ole Anderson.
What did they do? Break his arm or his leg or something?
Yeah, man. They did all kinds.
They were brutal.
And then you remember back then they had Gino Hernandez and Chris Adams.
I do, Gentleman Chris Adams. Yeah,
the Gentleman Chris Adams. Oh, hey man, shit.
Yeah, I remember some of that stuff.
Yeah,
I remember a lot of it. I don't remember or saw. Yeah, because my stepdad had a bunch of wrestling tapes. So when I came up, it was a lot of those tapes.
I was watching them. I was watching all that shit in real time, bro.
Kid,
Like Sergeant Slaughter,
Yeah.
Kurt Hennig, the dad of Mr. Perfect.
Mr. Perfect.
Yeah.
No, his dad was Kurt Hennig is Mr. Perfect. What was his dad?
Mr. Perfect and
Larry Hennig.
Larry the Axe Hennig.
Larry the Axe Hennig. Yeah.
Larry the Axe Hennig. Yeah, dude, I was there for all that shit, man. You want to know in AWA who was the greatest champion of AWA?
Probably
Rick Martel.
Rick Martel. He was
Rick Martel was the greatest
AWA
champion of all time.
Mm.
Yeah, Rick Martel, man. And if anybody in the chat that's a real wrestling fan, tell you, y'all remember AWA. And then the biggest thing they always wanted to see was Rick Martel fighting Ric Flair.
Mm.
Yeah, the two greatest champions of both, and they ended the fight. They ended up fighting, and Rick Martel lost.
Mm. I'm not shocked because Ric Flair was such a star.
Oh man, Ric Flair. Oh, come on, man. Dude. Him, Lex Luger. Oh man.
Real quick, gotta acknowledge Eric K says some of you in the member stream on that small channel, obviously referring to Nerdrotic, which I'm sure all of you are sub to because you know that I exist. So I don't know how you can know I exist if you haven't heard of Nerdrotic. But yes, Eric K is the king of all wrenches. He's a Nerdrotic wrench, and he will be.
Yo, Eric K, you the man, man. Take it easy, bro.
And it's okay if he was tall, could not wrestle. Don't be mad. Did I get beaches?
Oh, he talking about
he did beaches. That's I vague. I think it was a Bette Miller or some shit. Listen, I'm not saying Kevin Nash was like
Bette Miller in the beaches. I remember that.
Yeah, I'm not saying Kevin Nash is the greatest wrestler of all time. He wasn't. He was very limited in ring. But like, okay, watch matches he had with Bret Hart, even the matches he had with Shawn Michaels. Yes, I know what you're gonna say. Oh, they're better wrestlers and they dragged them. Who cares? Like they still were good matches, and I think part of me is sensitive to that just because I'm like nowadays there's like have you tried to watch modern wrestling?
Yeah, man, you can't do it.
But they'll say, oh, they're all better wrestlers. Like they're better choreographers.
No, actually, dude. The thing is, they're not risk takers like they used to be. The storylines are a lot more. That's the thing, man. We've already seen the best stories. It's like you can't come up with shit better than what we've already seen in the last like 30, 40 years, man. It's like, come on, bro. The
storylines are trash.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, slasher, hell slasher. It does always come back to wrestling talk. Unfortunately, it does. Because wrestling is cool, and it's not anymore. It's like the rest of entertainment. It's falling off.
Yeah.
And they don't have good stories. But I'm talking, you ever see AEW? Have you ever seen that?
Which one?
AEW? It's like
yeah. I've seen AEW.
What are your thoughts on AEW? Somebody who likes all that classic stuff. What do you think about the newer? I mean, WWE is obviously not what it once was. What do you think about this AEW stuff? Because I liked it when it very first started, and then I hadn't watched since the pandemic, and when I tried to catch back up on it, it looked pretty crazy.
Well, actually, they had a lot of people go through there. Like Jim Cornette went through there at one point. They had a lot of different older like promoters, different people that helped build up a lot of other wrestling organizations go through there. And it was good to see. Like shit, I remember seeing Jake the Snake show up over there. It was a bunch of shit, man.
Yeah.
But
actually, I don't think Jim Cornette officially. People thought he was there because he would talk so much shit about the people. They thought it was a gimmick, but I don't think he actually was a part of it.
No, I mean Jim Cornette he is what he is, man. He's been like that since I was a little boy.
Yeah.
And then he's something else, man. But he's good at what he does, man. And he's very knowledgeable too.
Yeah.
That motherfucker there, he knows dates and times like you wouldn't even. But he's like a fucking like a machine, man. He's like a computer, bro.
Encyclopedia.
He's like, man. I remember back in 1986 around the summertime, it was me and Sting and this.
Yeah.
Here, shit, and then that's like Sting when he was Sting with the blonde hair before he went Crow Sting. Motherfucker. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man.
That's Surfer Sting. That's like right after he broke up with.
But that's when he was awesome, man.
WCW. Or NWA. It wasn't even WCW yet. It was NWA still.
Yeah, man. He was fucking good, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sting was something else, man. No, I remember watching a little documentary of him and the Road Warriors fucking sniffing coke and shit.
Oh fuck.
No,
That's-
it's out there. You can look that shit up and watch it, man.
I haven't. You know what? I may have seen a clip from it now that you mentioned it. Cause I just remember
man.
was an animal yelling and acting crazy as fuck.
Yeah, he
I seen that clip.
Yeah, that motherfucker was tootin' boy. I tell you, boy, that shit
Man.
there had me rolling. That let me know, hey, that shit was like that was back in the 80s, bro.
Yeah.
Man, dog, that was when that's when they had Stargate.
Starcade.
Starcade, yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, that was the shit. That was that
88,
predated.
Starcade 89. Oh man, Bash
those
at the
probably some of
beach.
the best ones. Bash at the beach. All that stuff they had right around the time NWA was becoming WCW.
Yeah, man, that shit, dog. Hey, man, they had some good shit out there, man. And dude, I remember like Kamala and the Missing Link.
Kamala the Uganda Giant.
I
remember the Missing Link. I do remember
Missing Link. Hey, that motherfucker there, man. He was fucking raw as fuck. Dude, they had so many greats. You ever heard of the Big Cat Ernie Ladd?
I do remember the Big Cat Ernie Ladd. And real quick, New Bomb Turk said that his mom got Jimmy Hart to yell at her with a megaphone. He went through a bunch of matches in the WWF days. He said he stopped watching when it became WWE. And Buzzcut Sting was awesome. You talk about a lot of these wrestlers and stuff that I talk about Slasher Channel.
Oh yeah, man, and yeah. He had the buzz cut, and I think at one point he had a ducktail.
Yeah, I think he had the little whatever rat tail.
Yeah. I mean, back down here in H-Town, they called it a ducktail, man.
Ducktail, okay.
Yeah, he had a little ducktail on him. So, hey, and back then that's when you had Sid Vicious.
Yeah, I do remember Sid Vicious.
Boy, I tell you, man, you had some real raw ass big men out there, man. That was fucking raw as fuck, man.
Yeah,
Sid Vicious. Ooh, man.
Since Dildo asked about Street Beefs, which I haven't really watched, but I've only vaguely heard of, and then I just googled. Right when you said it.
Yeah. I watched that. I haven't watched that shit in years, man. It's just
I remember when it first started. Yeah.
Man, when that dude, I still got video. Dude, I got them shits on DVD, man.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude, I got so many of them old fucking DVDs, man. Because they actually, the only way you can get them is black market, bro. That's not nothing that just comes out like something. You don't go to Walmart to buy Street Beefs, man.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You don't go to Best Buy, Target, or Circuit City for that shit. You got to go. Yeah, you got to go to your hood, dude. Yeah, there's a bunch of shit out there, bro. That's straight street shit that you just can't find nowhere else, man. If you got to get it burnt, man, or whatever. That's the only way you're gonna have it, man. Other than that,
yeah,
you ain't never gonna have. Yeah, this man, dude. There's so much hood shit like dog fights and bro. Oh, dude, I can't even tell you how many dog fights and hood fights and bum fights and
I remember bum fights were pretty big.
Man.
Bum fights kind of launched YouTube, if you remember.
I'm telling you, you can't find a bum fight now to save your life.
But back in the day, that was what YouTube was kind of there for, like those bum fights.
Hey man, you can get on YouTube and find all kind of shit, man. Right now, they set themselves to the point, man. You can't find shit. All the cool shit you used to find back then, you can't find that shit now, bro.
Yeah.
So basically, if a lot of that stuff you can actually find on DVD. You can find a lot of weird like bum fights. What's that? Crackheads Gone Wild and shit like that.
Yeah.
Bro, I got a couple volumes of that shit, bro. Hey, man, I was there, bro. Like I say,
he was there.
I was there, bro. Yeah, you could tell. Shit.
Certain things, like if you weren't there, you just would never have seen.
Yeah, exactly, man. And that's the thing, man. With me, with movies, dude. I easily own over 10,000 DVDs, bro. Movies, shit like that, bro. Easily, like that's not even no dog. And it's like, and then that's just real shit. And then other than that, then I do have a lot of my underground, like your hood fights, your dog fights, your like the shit that they got. What's your boy? Kimbo Slice. Famous. Yeah, that
I
kind of
remember
shit.
that.
But we talking about the real hood ghetto, like the shit that they don't even want to show on YouTube, man. I mean, yeah, man. There's so much shit floating around out there. Black market, you got to get with your neighborhood dude, that be selling all that old weird shit to go get some of this shit. But yeah, they got a bunch of that shit out there, man.
Yeah. Central Diddle says he hate dog fights. I get that. I actually have never seen a dog fight. And
Dude,
yeah.
I got a few. But my shit was like from like 15 years ago. Like right when YouTube was getting started. Like my shit was white. Like when shit was raw as fuck before any kind of censorship, any of that shit, bro.
Yeah.
It was out there, man. Shit was out there, man. It's like I said, of course, and the thing is when you start getting people start paying for commercials, hey, then you got to sit there and you got to think about them, and that's when the censorship comes in, man. Because the thing is, if you don't have any of that sponsorship, then why do you give a fuck about censoring yourself when it's just you? But then when you got to think of Coca-Cola wants to give a commercial, and then this person here, and then these different streaming services and cable networks and all these other motherfuckers want to do commercials on your shit, but all of a sudden, hey, they only deal with a certain demographic, or they got to be family friendly or whatever. Yeah, then that's when you got to sit there and you got to start censoring your own shit to make sure that nothing's going too out of line in the middle of one of these commercials that's done by like AT&T or some other bullshit.
To be semi-fair, New Bomb Turk brings up a good point. Remember them egging on a bum to fight by giving them 5 smokes. It's so messed up. Yeah, it was pretty messed up.
Buy him a couple beers, tell him to go fight this other motherfucker. Yeah,
it's fuck. Especially when you consider the money they could have made. A lot of money that got made.
Backyard fights. There you go.
Fights.
Yeah, of course, man.
And I mean, the street beats. I'm a little more. These are adults. That's a little bit more sanctioned, even though it's just kind of ghetto. But a lot of the stuff, it was kind of fucked up. But you know what? I do kind of, it was pretty fucked up. But I do miss a Wild Westness to YouTube and to the internet, to media. There's everything has to be so safe that nothing gets done. There's nothing cool. There's no edge. There's no edge to any media. Wrestling, I think, needs an edge. We were talking about that a lot.
Right. Well, more of your most uncensored, your raw shit. Easily 10, 15 years ago, man.
Yeah.
10, 15 years ago, and I'm telling you, it's think about all the fucking DVDs you came across and thrown away, or you let somebody borrow it, some shit you ain't even got back. A bunch of that hood fight shit that you seen and you had and you don't have no more, and you think about that shit, bro. Think about it, man. Duh, just think if you had even half of that shit. Where you'd be if you, dude, I kept all my shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I have so much of it, dude. I have it, man, hood fights and dog fights and bum fights and just all kind of wild shit and hood gone wild and bitches gone wild and all kind of like thug shit, like hood stories and just all kind of shit that you don't even see nowadays, where motherfuckers were documenting the rise and fall of this thug motherfuckers in their neighborhood.
Yes,
weird
there's
shit.
a lot of those hood documentaries back in the day. Like super hood documentaries.
And matter of fact, they would do documentaries called like City to City or Hood to Hood or some shit. They would show every MLK in America, show how every MLK is in every hood or ghetto, in America, and they'll go through that shit and show every South Side and show all this other shit, and and this is like the South Side in every hood. Dog, come on, man. I got all, dude. I own so much of that shit.
Yeah. And Essential Ditto say he loved those hood to hood docs, and the Wild West internet was the shit, and it was.
Yeah, for real, man.
Flashback.
Hey, I remember those. That's a time. Hey, I mean, you could still find that shit, but you have to dig, man, because you got to stockpile so much trash on top of all the real authentic hood shit that you found back then.
Yeah.
dude, so much of it, bro. So much of it. That goes to the way of old mixtapes and shit like that, bro. Like there's old shit. There's old shit that people had put together, shit that people recorded, shit that was wild as fuck. Dog, like the old school Snoop Dogg Girls Gone Wild. Dog, you'll never see that shit.
Yeah, I do remember that. Now that you mention it, yeah, you probably won't see that shit. Now.
I mean,
you won't even see Girls Gone Wild at all. Like, when was the last time that shit went away?
Last time I seen one of those commercials, it had to be like fucking like maybe 4 years ago, and I seen one like pop up, like it was like so random as fuck.
Yeah,
and even then I was like, well, damn, what the fuck had they been?
TikTok exists, so like TikTok has replaced it. World Star has replaced a lot of stuff we're talking about. Which I don't get on either of those platforms, to be fair. But it was funny. Yeah, that whole Wild West era internet is totally done. And just like you say, entertainment. You were talking about The Crow earlier, how they sanitize that for TV. And then we talked about wrestling. One of the big issues with that is it's sanitized. It's not for it's for little kids that don't watch because they don't pay attention to wrestling. But they're trying to be family friendly. Everything has to be family friendly, and it fucks things up.
I'm telling you, man. I'm sitting there looking at the chat. I'm looking at like what Tupac, like Sentient Dildo said, love those old hood to hood documentaries. Tupac said OMG flashbacks, yup. And then Sentient Dildo, oh shit, forgot about that. Talking them old memories, man. I'm telling you, man, they had so much shit, bro. Dude, it was a lot of shit out there, man. It was a lot of shit. And I mean, and this shit that. Dog, the way society is right now, man, motherfuckers start bringing up that shit. Snoop Dogg Gone Wild, man. There's girls going wild with Snoop Dogg. Hey, he'll get his bitch ass canceled so fast. He
might get canceled, yeah, because the dude. I do remember the dude got in trouble. I think he may have got some girls that were young or some shit. The guy who made the shit. I think
I remember that shit. Yeah, some old underage type shit.
Yeah, he guess he used to come to Arizona and film on the lakes during spring break.
Damn.
And I guess he got sued multiple times and got charged. So that's probably, Snoop Dogg could be, how they bring shit up. Somebody brought that shit back up, and he has a lot more sponsorships than he did back in the day. He does shit with Martha Stewart and shit now. So that would fuck his life up because they were like, oh yeah, that guy did shit and you were in his videos and he's like, what?
New Bomb Turk said he had an island. At one point.
Wow. Yeah. Jesus, if I had that much money, I'm checking every chick's ID and checking it twice. Got to, man. I mean, can't fuck up that empire.
But to be real, it was harder to do that shit back then, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, nowadays, bro. I mean, now you got motherfuckers. They're super sleuths. I mean, they'll sit there and go through your shit. You got a motherfucker that'll dox you.
Yep.
They'll fuck around, catch your IP address, and fucking figure you out in a minute. I don't give a fuck, man. Motherfucker show up in my doorstep. He better be ready. So I don't give a fuck, man, about none of that shit. Motherfucker show up at your house, man. I wish somebody would. Yeah, I sit there and invite somebody over. Oh, you want on my address? All right, guess what, man? I'll send that shit to you. I hope you show up. That kind of. I'm from a different time period than. Motherfuckers be like, hey man, keep the peace, man. I'll be ready to fucking bring on the violence. Like, yo, bring that shit on, man. Basically, I'm to the point, man. If you got enough nuts to try to call me out or try to come find me, just do it, man. Come on, like fuck it. I'm sorry and please don't and stop and fuck that. Let's do it. Yeah, man, I'm not afraid of none of that shit, man.
Yeah. Were you in any of the hood to hood documentaries? Just messing with you a little bit.
Nah, but I man, we
all
grew up in a certain way, man. So
yeah.
It is what it is. But yeah, man, I mean, and that's the thing, man. It's just growing up like that and just seeing what we had before the internet really kicked off. I mean, we had really, that's what it was. We had a lot of those DVDs and those hood to hood documentaries and bum fights and hood fights and street fights and chick fights. And dude, I mean, dog, yeah, hey, and then we'll give y'all some beer or we'll give y'all some crack, blah blah blah. Yo, you fight him and you fight, and then just see all hell breaks loose at that point. Or sometimes you'll fight. Well, somebody, that bitch you know, she done stole something from me, and then all of a sudden somebody turn on the camera, and all of a sudden this bitch is going to somebody's house, and she'll pulling the bitch out by her hair, and they fighting, and the whole hood get involved, and mama fighting mama, and everybody getting in it, and that shit crazy. Yeah, man, and then somebody pull out a gun and shoot, and everybody duck out running, and then it'll clear everything out, and then they'll go to the next one. That motherfucker will be like 4 hours long of all of that kind of shit over and over and over, different places, different scenarios. Oh man, he done robbed my little homie. Well, I'm about to fuck him up, and somebody's recording how this motherfucker's going straight through the hood, find a certain person. When he finds him, oh my goodness, you know what I'm saying? And oh, you fought my little homie. Well, guess what? You stole from me. Pop, 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 pop. And you see hands flying. He fucking somebody up. I'm like, wow, look at this. Dog, I remember watching so much of this shit. Dog, dude, like I told you, I didn't throw none of my shit away. I didn't let nobody borrow nothing. Nobody. Bro, I still got all my shit. I'll make you a copy. I'll do that, but I ain't giving nobody shit, man. I mean, and that's the thing, man. That's all that shit documents an era, bro. That you know, a lot of people just have on regular ass DVDs, like just shit that they they bought a pack of 50 DVDs, and your homeboys are sitting there just
I remember that
shit, bro. Nobody never kept. A lot of people never kept none of their shits. A lot of people threw that shit, let their homeboys borrow it.
It's funny you mention that because I have Batman and animated series and X-Men and Justice League Unlimited all burnt to DVDs that I burnt like that. Right. And that's what I've been watching for like years because instead of I need to just buy the official ones. Real quick, a couple things in the chat. To your point about people getting found. 4chan, which I don't know if you can even say their name.
I already know 4chan,
But apparently, and I do remember this. They found a location of a ISIS camp in one day just using one video that they posted. So it just shows you how findable
for real,
motherfuckers are.
Our
government can't find them. I don't know how. That's another thing. But and apparently he said there was a huge community based on illegal motorcycle stunt and selling DVDs. Huh. Like doing like stunts and shit on motorcycles. You mean Newbound Turk?
Yeah, I was wondering what he meant by that.
Yeah.
Reality based GGW DVDs.
Girl Gone Wild DVDs.
Oh man, dude. I mean,
he talked about he was trying to produce a series. He was using the island because he said he had an island at one point. He was using it for a series he was going to produce based on Girl Gone Wild and got in trouble for it. It could happen.
I mean, actually, that might have been the best thing because if that shit would have kicked off and something else would have happened, and now and the stakes would have been higher, it would have been his ass for real, to the point where he might not have been, like he could walk away from shit. He got in trouble and could walk away from it before he got himself into something bigger that he couldn't walk away from, bro.
Like this era, he would have been probably fucked up forever. Like, I don't know what happened to him. Maybe some lawsuits and shit, but like nowadays, he'll probably be in jail for the rest of his life.
Yeah, that was back then. Hell, he didn't even have the locks then. His ass was he still had the straight hair.
But yeah, he's talking about, I guess they were doing like stunts and stuff.
Yeah.
And apparently, because Cincha Dildo's based out of Croatia, they had them there. They were drag racing on main streets, even in the wrong direction and shit. And old Cincha Dildy filmed some for the TV, filmed some interviews for Croatian TV.
Shit.
That's pretty cool.
There you go. That's what's up, man. Hopefully you got paid for that shit.
Yeah.
Especially if you're doing it for TV.
Yeah. So yeah, we talked about a whole bunch of stuff. Kind of got off on like a tangent of how things used to be. But it's been a couple hours. Oh, drop shit in my little studio, whatever. So I am gonna probably wrap it up. Anything else you wanted to mention before we do wrap it up, man?
Yeah, man. Dude, I had a great time, man, being here, man. Shit. Yeah, I've been looking to catch up with you, man. So I appreciate you sending the link out, man.
No problem.
This was awesome. Yeah, shit. At least you know where my mind's at, bro. Now that we can talk about some shit. Yeah, man. I mean, dude, like say I enjoy a lot of the same shit, man. Wrestling, old hood shit, dog. I was there for all of it, man. So, I was just in another state, but I was sitting there watching and peeping and checking out all the same stuff, man. So, it's cool that with us, and the chat, we have a lot of shit in common, man, and it looks like it goes a lot further than just regular ass pop culture and shit like that, man. It just we talk about a lot of burnt DVDs and a lot of stuff that kind of kicked off, like you say, YouTube, man. It's the well's deep, man. It's deep as fuck, man.
And honestly, that like what we were talking about, a lot of stuff that isn't on YouTube is kind of why I always thought like there should be a YouTube alternative, because it's like that was the draw to YouTube originally, even though it was a lot of, I mean, there was other things you can find, like because the copyright claims wasn't that big, so a lot of times you can find like TV shows and shit there, and essentially Dildo did get paid,
right,
which is cool. But like it was a lot of that like you're not supposed to see this on TV sort of stuff, and YouTube has gone away from that, and I'm surprised there hasn't been someone to pop up. I get a lot of that stuff is still too kind of extreme for this era, but you still would like to see some. I mean, you have World Star, but just like a alternative where you can see a lot of stuff you can't see on YouTube. So that's kind of, I'm a little nostalgic for that era as we talked about it. But that will be the show. We went a couple hours. We barely talked about the title show part of Kathleen Kennedy, which is what always happens. We never talk about the thing, but this one was even more pronounced. Even 20 minutes in was like, because I just think everybody's tired of that bitch, and just tired of even having hope. Because in general, we're not, nobody's walking through that door. No great movies walking through that door. No great television shows walking through that door. A lot of good material. It's not coming. It's not coming. Oof. Since Dildo talking about most of the guys don't live beyond 35. 2 dudes I filmed were legless, and some of them died in a year. Talking about the drag racers in Croatia. Sheesh. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that shit. But yeah, there's an era that's gone of entertainment, of the internet. It's totally over, and we have to accept that and kind of create the new era and kind of create our own future.
Yeah, man. It's it's everything's being censored now, man, to such a degree that the shit that made the internet cool and different and unique is lost that, man. And the only way you'll see it is you'd have to go what's that, the deep dark web or whatever.
Dark web.
Yeah, and before there was no deep dark web. It was the whole shit.
It was just the internet. Looks like the CIA got him. 2-4. Oh man. Well, it looks like the CIA got 2-4, but he's right. You do have to now go on the dark web if you want to see the whole internet. But on that bombshell, unfortunately, 24/7 Fusion Media has. Oh, are you back? Are you back? Okay, I thought the CIA kidnapped you, but it looks like you're still here. Either way, for 24/7 Fusion Media, for Femmer the Ice Wolf, for Ironcaster, for oh my god, I'm drawing a blank with everybody who was on the show. Mad Mardigan. I'm drawing a blank. Was that it? Yeah, I think that was it. Is anyone else join? Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, everything else went underground to Silk Road. So yeah, Essential Dildo, Nuke Mount Turk, Robert and all his personas, Eric K, Snorter Poopus, Q Burr, and who else? I was just a lot of Robert's personas. Somebody, who was it that? Oh yeah, and
the
Islington girl, and anyone else. If blame my head, not my heart. Because it's been a long show and I forget. So thank you for joining. If you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged to share, subscribe, please do so. And even if you do none of these things, thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Good night and God bless. And peace.
Peace.